We got Norway versus Iraq over at Dodd Stadium, just about an hour away from here. We got Sea Unicorn baseball right here. We got some Norwegian fans inside the stadium tonight, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go show them this Iraq team poster, or whatever you want to call it, and we're just going to see how they react. Wish me luck. I'm kind of nervous for this one. Boys, boys, boys. Yeah, let's go, let's go. So look, I know you guys want to row the boat tomorrow. We got a big game. We got Norway versus Iraq. But boys, this is the team. This is the team that's going to lose tomorrow. Yeah, row the boat, row the boat. Oh, yeah.
Logan, I don't know about you. I'm ready to row the boat.
So let's row. I like rowing boats.
Hey, let's get some more offense going here today. Your locks to victory, they worked yesterday. How do we spot win number 8 of the summer tonight?
Number 1, you have to minimize hard contact, right? Vermont had double-digit hits last night. Some of them were hit hard, some of them were blooped in. However, they did hit into a lot of hard outs last night. That is not going to happen every night. If they're going to hit the ball hard, they're the best offense in the Futures League. They are going to have them find it, and they're going to score a bunch of runs off it. You must keep that to a minimum. Number 2 is simply do it again. Repeat it, right? Don't make any errors. Have a consistent offensive attack. Spread out the offense a little bit. Pitch the ball in efficient spots. And we're going to win another game here, back-to-back here, to take the first 2 from Vermont.
Hey, let's get it done. Charlie Bushley, Bates product. I thought he was great his last time out. It's a Charlie Bushley bump day right back here at Dodd Stadium. That wraps it up. The Capital Property Group pregame show. The Sea Unicorns, the Lake Monsters battle it out on a Tuesday night. It's game 2 of 3 against Vermont. It's coming up right after this.
This has been a presentation of the Norwich Sea Unicorns pregame show, sponsored by Capital Property Group.
Three years ago, history was made.
Picks and deals. Swing and miss, there it is! It's over! The Sea Unicorns win! The Futures League runs through the Rose City!
2 years ago, they proved they could do it again.
Third, he's gonna come all the way home and score! The Norwich Sea Unicorns are back-to-back Future League champion.
In 2025, a dynasty was born.
A bouncer, Walsh charges in, he snaps it across the diamond. Say goodnight to the Bees. 3 straight championships in the Rose City.
Now the Sea Unicorns set sail for another chapter.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please join me in welcoming onto the field your 2026 Norwich Sea Unicorns. At this time, fans, we ask that you please rise and remove your hats as we will now honor America and those defending our freedoms with the singing of our national anthem.
Comeback effort last night against the Vermont Lake Monsters to open up the 3-game series. Vermont coming out swinging early, take a 2-0 lead, and then the Norwich offense exploding. 5 runs in the 4th inning, get Dodd Stadium jumping. The top of the order getting the job done. Caden Williamson, a big part of it. Kenny Noe as well, and the Norwich offense sounding off. Caden Williamson would earn himself Futures League Player of the Night honors. His 2nd triple of the summer, triple-double, 3 RBIs for the Quinnipiac Bobcat, and the Norwich offense adding some insurance in the 6th inning to set it up for the bullpen. Toss 5 innings of 1-run baseball, 8 strikeouts on the way to help slam the door shut to preserve a big win on a Monday night, and then hand the baseball over to Sean Flannery. Strikeout the side. It was high fives all around. A 7-3 win over Vermont.
Through the night, that our flag was still there. Oh, see, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Beautiful rendition of the national anthem here today. It's a Charlie Bushley bump day here tonight at Dodd Stadium. He was electric, Mike, his last time out. 5 innings of one-hit baseball, induced lots of soft contact. The Bates product out of Cohasset, Massachusetts. Another golden opportunity. Tonight he'll go up against the top offense in the Futures League. Yesterday it was settled down by Matt Tabbitt. Tonight, Norwich looks to take Game 2 in the hands of Charlie Bushley.
And Bushley's been very solid for Norwich this season. He's pitched almost exclusively at home, besides one start on the road. Has really settled into pitching here at Dodd Stadium. His last game, he went 5 innings of one-hit baseball, has really settled into that 3-spot role in the rotation for the Sea Unicorns. And I expect him to be even more perfect today against a very hot Vermont Lake Monsters team.
Well, the Norwich defense yesterday was tremendous, and you have to be ready to play defense when it's Charlie Bushley on the mound. Induces a lot of soft contact. Have to be ready to make the plays behind him. He's on the mound once again here today. Mike, we take a look at the stats for the right-hander Charlie Bushley. Bates product, Cohasset, Massachusetts native. Comes out there with an ERA of a 3.27, 6 strikeouts to just the 1 walk.
Yeah, he's been the go-to guy for Gitch's staff here. In this league, 11 innings, it might not seem like that much, especially for this being his 4th start already, although that's what this league kind of is about. You'll see these guys not go too deep, but if they get what their results are needed to be, then they're going to see a lot of success. And we've seen Charlie have success indeed, especially at Dodd Stadium, looking for his first win tonight.
Matt Fincher designs the lineup card, as always, for those Vermont Lake Monsters. It's Brian Richmond once again at the top, the Sierra Madre, California native. Norwich kept him quiet yesterday. James Schaefer at third, batting second with Elias Huber at second base today. Jack Fitzgerald has the cleanup duties over at first base with Thomas Moss, the designated hitter. Jake Lopez in left field, bats sixth. Hunter Strom does the catching, batting seventh. Travis Stroh up the middle in center field to hit eighth. And it's Tyler Wiltsey in right field. He rounds out the lineup card for Matt Fincher. 11-6 are the Vermont Lake Monsters entering action here on this Tuesday night at Dodd Stadium. Officially underway at 6:31 local time. Bushley pumps in strike one.
Right down the heart of the plate for Bushley. Off speed on that one. He's going to want to get out Richmond, who walked yesterday a few times. 2 walks yesterday, and this is his 16th game of the summer already for the Lake Monsters.
He's looking at a called strike. Bushley offers a 4-seam fastball, 2-seam fastball, curveball, slider, and the Vulcan changeup. That is coined from Star Trek, and that changeup has been his put-away pitch all summer. Way ahead of Richmond. The 0-2 is taken a little down and away. Move the count to a ball and 2 strikes.
And, of course, Bushley, no stranger to summer collegiate baseball. In 2025, spent time with the Utica Blue Sox. Went 3-2 with a 2.21 ERA with 16 Ks.
1-2 fastball misses up top, evens the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Last night it was that elusive second win. Norwich finally able to wrangle it in. A dominant one, 7-3 over the first place Lake Monsters. It's game 3 of 4 on the homestand. The 2-2. That is lined over to the third baseman, blocked, snapped across the diamond. What an effort by Brandon O'Neill at the hot corner with an electric defensive play, and the Unicorns have retired the leadoff man, Brian Richmond.
And we saw O'Neill get busy on defense yesterday as well. He's been a defensive wizard for the Unicorns defense so far this season. Beautiful dive and play right there. Had the wherewithal to corral the baseball once again and throw a dart over to first base. What a play.
James Schaefer will dig in, gray tops and bottoms with the navy blue numbers and the Kelly green outline. There's the curveball spotted in there for a called strike. Norwich, well, this group runs through their pitching staff, and when they settle into games, it has been quality outings and really complete baseball. 0-1, another big curveball, and Uncle Charlie has a home slotted on the inside corner. And the right-hander Bushley working way ahead of James Schaefer in the righty box out of Stony Brook. And Yardley, PA, back in the lineup for Matt Fincher. Puts it on the ground. A couple of bounces handled by Noe. Across the diamond, 2 up, 2 down. We take a look at the defensive alignment here tonight for the Norwich Unicorns. Brandon O'Neill already busy today, and so is the left side of the Unicorns. Infield, Kenny Noe making a play. Over at second base, Carter Grand once again with Jake Howlett making his Unicorns debut. The outfield left to right as Dylan Cimini makes his Unicorns debut. David Pengel up the middle in center field with Caden Williamson. Futures League Player of the Night patrols right. The pitch. Fastball dots the outside corner, called strike. Luke Maltese was fantastic last night, had some really nice plate appearances, also very good defensively.
That's right, Adam, man. He's extended his 3-game hit streak, 2 games behind the dish in this series so far. You don't see that much with the Unicorn staff, who already is extremely deep when it comes to their catchers. Of course, Henry Ayers getting the day off today. We've seen him at the designated hitter spot. We saw him in the catcher spot on Sunday versus Westfield.
Slap back to the screen. And Bushley now a strike away from rolling a scoreless first inning. John DiGirolamo calls the balls and strikes tonight. Carl Rodriguez over at first with Joseph Hilton over at third base, umpiring crew on this BOGO Tuesday night. Buy one, get one free. Fans still piling in. The 1-2. This is flipped in the air. It is falling in a hurry, moving in quickly, closing the ground. Caden Williamson makes the grab on it. It's a 1-2-3 first for Charlie Bushley, and the Norwich offense coming to the plate when we return. Unicorns baseball streaming live on YouTube, SNSN Sports, and the Futures League Network.
Safe to visit the dentist. In a word, yes. Especially if that dentist is Dr. Katzoff and the staff at Griswold Dental Associates. They follow all the latest safety protocols while doing what they do best, taking care of you. From preventive to restorative, your dental care couldn't be in better hands. To schedule your appointment, call Griswold Dental Associates today, 860-376-2626. That's 860-376-2626.
With Jewett City Savings Bank's free access checking account, you get everything you need to take control of your money, including mobile banking, mobile check deposit, and a contactless debit card with mobile wallet. Add a high-yield savings account for even more control. Stop by one of our offices in Eastern Connecticut or visit jcsbank.com to open your account today. Jewett City Savings Bank, member FDIC.
Perfection on the hill from Charlie Bushley, a scoreless top of the first inning. Unicorns offense coming to the plate. They will be greeted by the right-hander, Seamus Kelly, on the mound here today. Kelly, rising junior out of Wesleyan, out of Waltham, Massachusetts. Mike, big guy out there, 6 feet 5 inches, 215 pounds. The numbers on Kelly tonight. So far this summer for Seamus Kelly, enters with a 4.35 ERA, 9 strikeouts to the 7 walks over 10 1/3 innings worked. Lanky guy, certainly generates a lot of power on the mound.
And he's very familiar with pitching for Matt Fincher's Vermont Lake Monsters, a returner from 2025. He went 0-2 that year, 6.25 ERA and 11 strikeouts. So he's already doing much better this year around for Fincher's Lake Monsters.
That experience certainly paying dividends for him. You look like at a guy like Michael Theodoroni. Came in late for the final 2 weeks, and he has been an impact player, to say the least. Leads the league in stolen bases, batting average, despite going 0 for 4 last night. And you see these returners come back, and they make such a presence, and that comfortability, such a big thing. Norwich has a number of returners from their championship team.
That's right. One of the returners, Kenny Noe, the leadoff hitter today, has been red hot to start the year for the Sea Unicorns. This is 12th game, batting .359 with 2 home runs, 15 RBIs, and 3 hits yesterday, including 2 RBIs in the win.
He helped bring home a couple more runs yesterday on his RBI double. Had 3 hits in the ball game. That first one of the night legged out an infield single, and continuing to get it done. He's been great from the left side, but that RBI double, Mike, he was batting from the right side of the box. So important for him to be comfortable from both sides. Ball 2 is taken up top. Noe, you said it, a guy that Norwich has leaned on heavily, not just for what he has done with the bat, but his play defensively and his leadership. Cuts and fouls away, strike 2, and anytime you have a guy be so productive the way Kenny has, but his leadership, his voice in the clubhouse, he's a guy that players look up to, especially with the youth on this roster. The 2-2 sliced in the air, popped him up, jammed him in on his hands. It'll go crashing into the seats and out of play. Norwich now at home 2-6 this summer, but trying to keep a short memory and just remember the good times from last night and a huge win. Both wins for the Sea Unicorns. They've held their opponents to just 3 runs in those victories here at home. It's even 2-2. It's Kelly ready to work his offering. Taken on the outside corner. Frozen is Noe, 1 down. Zach Itcher designs the lineup card as always for the Sea Unicorns. A look at his starting 9 tonight. Here's Caden Williamson, Futures League player of the night last night. It's Dylan Cimini batting 3rd in left field. Jake Howlett over at first has the cleanup duties with Carter Grand at 2nd. He'll hit 5th. Brandon O'Neill batting 6th. Luke Maltasia does the catching, batting 7th. Jackson Powers the DH in the 8th spot with David Pengel, one-time New Britain B, rounds out the lineup for Norwich here tonight.
Yeah, Williamson, 6 RBIs on the year through 12 games, 3 RBIs last night, including that triple, and, of course, that double down the left field line was a huge momentum shifter, which ultimately got the Sea Unicorns their 2nd win at home, and they're looking like a really good baseball team against the Lake Monsters, who, of course, are the most dangerous team atop the league standings right now.
Norwich raising their level of play against one of the best. This is lifted in the air out to right field. Moving over, it's Wiltsey on the run. He makes the grab, 2 away. Around the diamond here tonight for the Lake Monsters, James Schaefer over at 3rd. Ryan Richmond back in there. He's at short today. Elias Huber at 2nd. Jack Fitzgerald at 1st. The outfield left to right. Jake Lopez in left field. Travis Stroh up the middle. Plays center field. And Tyler Wiltsey in the lineup for the first time this series. Patrols right field. Hunter Strom, one of their utility players, has the catching duties here tonight. With Seamus Kelly, the right-hander, deals ball 1 outside. It's Dylan Cimini out of Salve Regina makes his Norwich Sea Unicorns debut here today. That's a lot of versatility to that Sea Unicorns outfield in the lefty batter's box.
Yes, Cimini out of Stonington, Connecticut, right down the road from here. At Salve this past year, batted .376 with 5 home runs and 41 RBIs. An absolute dangerous hitter for the Sea Unicorns and a great addition.
1-1. That's in there. Called for a strike. Couple of guys battling here that play their college baseball at the Division III level. Wesleyan in Massachusetts and Salve Regina in Rhode Island. The 1-2. That's taken just below the zone. Talk about Salve. Newport, such a gorgeous town right there on the water. And Salve Regina, one of the powerhouse Division III baseball schools. The 2-2. That is lined up the middle. That is tailing in a hurry. Diving out there, unable to come up with a baseball. Is Stroh cruising into second. First hit in the summertime. Dylan Cimini says hello to Dodd Stadium on a Tuesday night. Cracks an extra base hit, and the Sea Unicorns have a one-out base runner in scoring position.
Welcome to the Rose, Mr. Dylan Cimini. Has a very unique batting stance, really choked up on the bat when it came to that plate appearance, and that's the result that came from that was a beautiful opposite field double, and talk about a way to get the boys rolling in the dugout.
Important for Norwich to get this first inning offense rolling. Sea Unicorns have outscored their opponents 9-1 here in first innings at Dodd Stadium. Yesterday it was scoreless through a frame. 2 outs in the inning. Norwich looking for some 2-out thunder. The pitch. That's taken inside for ball one. Here's Jake Howlett out of Monmouth. Teammates at the collegiate level with Kenny Noe. One of 3 Monmouth players on the Norwich roster right now. Joe Carucci on the injured list. Inactivated, but good to see the Monmouth Hawks make their way out to the Rose City. Popped up on the infield dirt. Now scrambling in, making the grab is Fitzgerald. Puts it away, and that'll wrap things up here in this Norwich first inning. The 2-out double stranded for Norwich. Head to the second. We're scoreless between the Sea Unicorns and Lake Monsters. Live on YouTube, SNSN Sports, and the Futures League Network.
Huge shout out to Bacchus Hospital for partnering with Griswold Middle School to give 8th grade students an unforgettable hands-on experience through Dare to Care. Students explored the critical care unit, emergency department, Lifestar helicopter, and American ambulance while taking part in interactive safety activities like impairment goggles and stop the bleed training. These real-world lessons are helping empower our youth to make safe, healthy decisions and learn valuable life-saving skills. From all of us at Griswold Pride, thank you to the doctors, nurses, first responders, and staff who made this incredible day possible. Together, we're building a safer and stronger community.
Jewett City Savings Bank gives you 2 ways to pay for purchases, while also keeping your accounts and your money secure. Use our contactless debit card or add the card to the mobile wallet on your phone. Both give you a fast, safe, and easy way to check out. To learn more, stop by one of our offices in Eastern Connecticut or visit jcsbank.com. Jewett City Savings Bank, member FDIC.
We go to the top of the second inning here in Norwich. Scoreless between the Lake Monsters and Sea Unicorns. Norwich had the 2-out double. That would be all in the first inning against Seamus Kelly. It's 4, 5, and 6 due up in the Vermont lineup. Jack Fitzgerald, a .387 hitter this summer for Matt Fincher. He's over at first base here today, digging into the righty batter's box. Fitzgerald, a power bat, 6 feet 4 inches, 215 pounds. Tending Montevello, aggressive on the first delivery, rolls it on the ground. Kenny Noe, his long throw across the diamond in plenty of time. 1 pitch, 1 out.
And Fitzgerald so far has given the Futures League a run for their money. 21 RBIs, 3 home runs, and a .387 batting average. So for Bushley to get him out on just a pitch is phenomenal to start.
Here's Thomas Moss, already his 15th game of the summer. 41 plate appearances, batting .341. This is a Lake Monster team hitting .307 overall. 10 hits in the ball game yesterday. Off-speed pitch, misses a little inside. Ball 1 to Thomas Moss. Moss out of Trinity College in Texas. Fastball sizzles into the outside corner, called strike. Sugarland, Texas local. Home of the minor league affiliate, Sugarland Space Cowboys. One of those fun ballparks to attend a minor league baseball game at.
Yeah, Moss, no stranger to summer baseball, was with the Mohawk Valley Diamondbacks in 2025.
He dumps in a base hit out there to left field. Speak of the Space Cowboys on the topic of Sugarland, Texas. the Space Cowboys, the AAA affiliate of those Houston Astros.
Used to be an independent league team, too, in the Atlantic League before the Astros picked them up as an affiliate.
One out base runner. First hit of the ball game for Vermont tonight is Moss. Here's Lopez. He was in the lineup yesterday. He's taking downstairs for ball one.
Yeah, Lopez, he had 2 hits yesterday, an RBI and a walk. In high school, he was a 3-sport athlete with baseball, hockey, and soccer, and so far baseball has been the right choice. Off to a .306 average start this season, and he's got 7 RBIs, so he's been dangerous for the middle part of Finch's lineup for the Lake Monsters.
He's sitting in the number 6 spot in their lineup, back of the lefty box. Favorable matchup against the right-hander. Cracks away. Strike 2 foul. You said it. Baseball, hockey, and soccer. I mean, soccer's perfect right now. We're in the middle of the World Cup. Some action going on all throughout North America. Some games being played in Canada, the U.S., as well as in Mexico. And it is really taken over. And you see the pride everywhere for those home countries. And we saw some of that here last night, right, with all the Norwegians that were here at Dodd Stadium. And so much fun what events like the World Cup do, the Olympic Games, which took place in the wintertime in Milan Cortina. Cracked right up the middle. It's going to fall in. It's a base hit. Back-to-back knocks for the Vermont offense. Jake Lopez is aboard as his 3rd hit already of the series. And the Lake Monsters offense in business brewing here in this 2nd inning.
Yeah, Lopez been very, very productive versus the Sea Unicorns, as you said, Adam. Another hit, back-to-back games of the hit versus the Sea Unicorns, and it's been really a hit machine his entire career. He had a 17-game hit streak at Scranton College in 2025, and his success has proven itself here at the Futures League, although now Bushley has to settle in on a new batter.
That batter is Hunter Strom, their catcher. Some juice in the middle of the lineup for Vermont, forcing Bushley to work from the stretch. The righty's offering downstairs for ball one.
And Strom had a hit and an RBI yesterday. He currently occupies a 3-game hit streak.
Ball and no strikes. Here's Strom, the batter. A good chance for this Vermont offense trying to break through first. They scored the game's first run yesterday. Off-speed pitch inside, backs up the catcher, Hunter Strom. Hitters count, 2 balls and no strikes. Aboard at first is Lopez. It's Moss in scoring position. This all with 1 out. Fitzgerald was retired on a grounder to the Norwich shortstop. Double play is available. Bushley ready to go. His 2-0. That is taken on the outside corner, according to Henry DiGirolamo, calling the balls and strikes. Good spot at the knees, 2-1.
Beautiful frame job there by Maltasia. It seems as if him and Bushley have got a really good connection going so far. Looking to get out of this one with 2 runners on.
The 2-1. That's down and away, 2-2 fans. At Griswold Dental, you're more than a patient. You're a part of the Griswold Dental family. Find out more at griswolddental.net.
I just got my new cleaning scheduled with them coming up in August, and let me tell you, I'm terrified of the dentist, but never at Griswold Dental.
That's right. It's almost like our bases out there. They get spray painted white every single day, and I know you have the pearly whites going. Pitch called, a strike at the knees. Good spot there for Bushley. He's been mixing it up and down, in and out. Right now is a full count. Big pitch here in this top of the 2nd inning. Lake Monsters have some traffic on. Runners are at first and second, 1 out. And it's Hunter Strom, the batter, at the plate. Bushley's payoff pitch taken for ball 4. Bushley even had his arms in the air. He thought that was in the zone. Boy, I wonder where that missed. It looked like it was on the bottom shelf. And Zach Itcher's going to come out of the Norwich dugout. And right now he wants to have a quick conversation with the Sea Unicorns right-hander who just was on the wrong side of a borderline call-in. That's exactly what you want from your manager. Zach Gitcher understands it as good as anybody. Played baseball at the collegiate level as a pitcher at Southern New Hampshire and St. Anselm, and a guy that these are big moments in an inning. And right now it's about staying calm and keeping his defense encouraged despite the call that did not go their way.
And Gitcher's a fiery guy. He was when he was with the Nashville Silver Knights, and he knows that he needed to go out there and just calm Bushley down. I mean, you saw how animated he was about not getting that 3-2 count called. So with the bases loaded now and just one out, it's not as bad as you might think it is, right? I mean, of course, whenever you see the bases loaded, it does not look good. The Unicorns are only a ground ball away from getting out of this, or a fly ball and a cannon thrown to home plate to nab the runner out. So I like the chances of Norwich getting out of this.
Here's the second-year Lake Monster, Travis Stroh. He's taking at the knees for a called strike. Stroh, all threes across the board, a .333 average for him. Appearing now in his 8th game of the summer for Vermont. In the righty box, 0-1. Taken up top, 0-2, and Bushley's been a strike thrower to begin this at-bat with Travis Stroh out of Fairleigh Dickinson out of Shelburne, Vermont. His measurables in the righty box, 6 feet, 160 pounds. Is the 0-2, that is taken on the outside corner, locked him up, struck him out. Charlie Bushley by way of the K, make it backwards, and he's got a huge second out.
And Gitcher's mound visit doing its dividends. Bushley throws 3 pitches and strikes him out on 3. The Sea Unicorns with an immaculate opportunity to get out of this one unscathed.
Here's Tyler Wiltsey. He's out there in right field. The pitch on the ground. Couple of weird bounces off the back of the mound. It's going to score a couple of runs. The wave around coming home and scoring as well. Jake Lopez. It's an RBI 2-out single right back up the middle for Wiltsey. And it's the number 9 spot in the Vermont lineup that delivers the game's first runs.
And they're going to call that one a hit right up the middle. Just barely missing that one was Kenny No. Took a wicked bad hop on that one. And it's 2 RBIs for Wiltsey. And the Lake Monsters are on the board by 2, looking to score 1 more with a runner on third.
Here's the leadoff man, Brian Richmond. He grounded out to the third baseman his first time up. And Bushley pumps in strike 1. Richmond out of Cal Poly Pomona began his collegiate career at Pasadena Community College, a big-time hitter for them. And the guy that is regularly on base.
And he's also returning to the Lake Monsters in 2025. Saw action in almost every single game for Vermont. Appeared in 51 games, batted .316, and had 56 hits. So almost a hit every single game for Richmond.
That is impressive during a 62-game schedule last summer. The 1-1 cuts and misses for strike 2, and a chance for Bushley to minimize damage. Runners are at first and third. Wiltsey over at first. And it's Strom at third. He walked on a borderline payoff pitch from Bushley. Right-hander set. The 1-2, that is sawed away, fouled. A defensive swing from Richmond. An all-star last summer for the Lake Monsters. Just a scrappy guy. 5 feet, 5 inches, but boy, does he make you work every time you face him. Count control for Bushley. He's working ahead, a ball and 2 strikes. On 1-2, it is cracked foul. Look out, boy, that got into the stands in a hurry. Fans every Thursday at Dodd Stadium is Thirsty Thursday. Mike, always a fun promotion at Dodd Stadium.
That's right, Adam. Come to Dodd Stadium and crush it like Quinn. Our next Thirsty Thursday special will be on July 9th as we welcome the Worcester Bravehearts back to Norwich. $2 Narragansett beer specials. You can't beat it. Let me tell you, it's going to be a hot, hot summer, but you can come here to the stadium and cool off with a $2 Gansett.
Can't beat it. Ball and 2 strikes. Can't beat that graphic you designed in quick time right before the ball game today.
Yeah, that guy had 6 fingers, too. It's crazy.
I know. 1-2. Good block back there by Maltasia. That'll hold Strom over there at third, and Wiltsey at first. Surprising to see Vermont quiet with their base runner aboard. Wiltsey's got good speed. Try and potentially test the Norwich backstop today, Maltasia. It's even, 2-2 the pitch. It is taken outside for ball 3. Well, you look at the Vermont dugout, Mike. Everyone is on the top railing. They're so engaged. Talk about just the energy that they bring to the ballpark game in and game out, and it's a big part of their success. It's why they're 11-6 to begin the summer. They're in it every single pitch. Payoff offering, the 3-2 downstairs. He walked him. Second walk issued this inning from Bushley. It'll keep the inning alive for James Schaefer.
And yes, Bushley finds himself with the bases loaded once again. Gitch sending a man into the bullpen to get hot. And he's going to have to do that before this game gets away from Bushley. Trying to bear down here. 2 outs, bases loaded, and another dangerous hitter in Schaefer to the plate.
Schaefer's taking for a strike. He grounded out to short his last time up. This is now the 8th batter to the plate for the Lake Monsters in the second inning. It's been fruitful. Lead 2-0 on the RBI hit from Wiltsey. The pitch off the end of the bat. It is falling in a hurry, tailing down the chalk line. It's a fair ball. It'll score 1 run. It could potentially clear the bases. Boy, a big bloop down the right field line is a bases clearing RBI triple for James Schaefer. It unloads the bases, and the Vermont lead is 5-0.
And that's got to feel good for Schaefer. Had 3 strikeouts yesterday versus the Sea Unicorns, but now a bases clearing triple to make it 5-0 in the second inning. It's really lighting up the dugout here for the Lake Monsters, and on the other side of Norwich, nothing but silence.
Here's Elias Huber batting for the second time today, flied out to right field. That bases clearing triple, Mike, came in a 0-2 count. It was a pitch that Schaefer was jammed on and just muscled it down the line in right field. A backside type of swing. And those certainly put a smile on your face. Wave and a miss for strike 2. Good off-speed pitch from Bushley. And now it's a matter of finding that put-away pitch. This is an inning that is just blown up on Norwich. A handful tonight for Vermont in this second inning. The 0-2. That is flipped in the air. It is falling in a hurry. It is quickly closed on out there by Semini. Makes the grab on it, but not before the Lake Monsters grab a handful. 5-0 Vermont. Go to the bottom of the second. Sea Unicorns baseball streaming live tonight on the Wax, live on YouTube, SNSN Sports, and the Futures League Network. Unicorn fans, ready to rep your Norwich Sea Unicorns? Dive into the point-of-sale team store. From hats and jerseys to gear that covers every base, show your Sea Unicorn spirit and style. From ballpark essentials to unique souvenirs, there's something for every fan in the pod. Stop by during any home game or shop anytime at seaunicorns.milbstore.com. That's seaunicorns.milbstore.com. The point-of-sale team store has you covered all season long. Head to the bottom of the second inning here in Norwich, 5-0 Vermont. But there's a lot going on with the FIFA World Cup.
Mike, we have some news to share, some game updates.
That's right, Adam. The Sea Unicorns might be losing right now, but our friends from Norway that visited the stadium yesterday are very happy. Our Norway to Norwich connection says that Norway is up 2-1 versus Iraq, with Erling Haaland scoring 2 goals to get Norway ahead. We'll be seeing them back here tomorrow for the rubber match in this 3-game series. Excited to have them back in the stands.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun to have them back here at Dodd Stadium. Let's hope it's not a rubber match and we have a comeback effort here in stock for the Sea Unicorns. Boy, high and tight. As ball one on Carter Grant had that massive RBI double. Goes a long way for him, a guy that was really having his troubles at the plate early in the summer. Puts this one in the air. Shallow center field, and on the lip of the outfield grass. Moving in is the shortstop. Richmond makes the grab on it. And one pitch, all that is needed to put away Carter Grant. Here is Brandon O'Neill.
Brandon O'Neill, his hit streak ended yesterday and had a nice 7-game hit streak going for himself, although he found his new streak as an infield defender, made a beautiful diving play yesterday, and then made one today too. So he's got a streak in that category.
Yeah, impressive stuff, and arguably can say what you do with your glove more important than what you're doing offensively. You can always rely on what you're doing on the defensive side of the baseball. He puts this on the ground, topper foul, third base side. Controlling the controllables, and that is something that Brandon O'Neill does incredibly well night after night. Competes extremely hard. Battles on every pitch. Your defense, that can keep you in a lineup as much as your bat. He's locked up on strike 3. It's the second looking strikeout of the night for the Norwich offense, and quickly 2 up, 2 down on just 4 pitches.
And Luke Maltasia now stepping up to the plate for the Sea Unicorns. His second game in a row that he has caught behind the dish, as we mentioned earlier, Adam. And he's got a nice little 3-game hit streak going for himself. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw more of him going forward.
Maltasia wipes away, strike 1, foul. Yesterday, kids were eating free. That is one of our promotions here every Monday at Dodd Stadium. Kids 12 and under able to eat free. Mike?
Brought to you by BTW, Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling, Southeastern Connecticut's premier HVAC company. Next time that we have that is just next week, the 22nd, as we welcome Worcester back to the Rose in New England.
That's also the final home game in the month of June at Dodd Stadium. Couple of hops, a high hop. Richmond handles it and makes the play. 1, 2, 3 for Seamus Kelly rolling tonight. A couple scoreless innings. 5-0 Vermont. Go to the third. Futures League Baseball streaming live on YouTube, SNSN Sports, and the Futures League Network.
Dinosaur Place is roaring fun for all ages. Have you ever driven by the Big Dino on Route 85 in Montville, Connecticut? Stop in and check out what's behind the fences. Jurassic adventures await you. The Dinosaur Place is the largest dinosaur-themed family fun park in New England. A lot of value for one-of-a-kind attractions. Over 100 life-size dinosaurs, nature trails, and playscapes. Visit our popular T-Rex Tower and zero-depth dino-themed splash pad. Plan your next adventure. Go to thedinosaurplace.com.
Looking for the perfect shed? Come to SCR Structures and Sheds in North Franklin. Whether you're buying or renting to own, we've got you covered with 90 days, same as cash, and guaranteed price matching on any competitor's advertised shed of the same quality. That's scr-structures.com. That's SCR Structures and Sheds, built right, priced right here in North Franklin. scr-structures.com.
Welcome back to SNSN on the Futures League, Sea Unicorns Baseball. The second game of this 3-game series versus the Vermont Lake Monsters. Norwich trailing by a score of 5-0. Adam, what are the keys to success if Norwich wants to come back and win this game?
Well, as simple and cliche as it sounds, bring the juice. You go back to yesterday's game. The energy was palpable at Dodd Stadium. No doubt about it. Sea Unicorns make a pitching change. Night over for Charlie Bushley. Long second inning that got away from him. Surrenders 5 runs on 4 hits. A strikeout and walked a couple of batters as well. And a big inning for the Vermont offense. New pitcher in the ball game for Norwich here in this third inning is the post-university product Jacob Schrag will now pitch for the Sea Unicorns. Schrag, rising sophomore out of nearby Mystic, Connecticut.
Yeah, we saw Schrag close out the first game here at Dodd Stadium of the season. Even though it wasn't a saved opportunity, he got some reps in that game.
He did. He did not close it out. Scholes closed it out for Norwich, but they do look similar out there on the mound. This is an important outing for Norwich. This is going to be 7 innings that the Sea Unicorns bullpen is going to have to cover here. Schrag's first offering is a breaking ball that runs inside, and it got Fitzgerald. So immediately, just on the first pitch of the inning, Mike, the Lake Monsters have a man on.
Yeah, for Schrag, this is 5th appearance of the summer. He has 4 innings going into today's game with 5 strikeouts.
Well, this is an inning that Norwich is looking to keep Vermont at bay after a big 5-run inning. Sea Unicorns enjoyed a 5-run inning of their own last night in the 4th. The pitch from Schrag, fastball. Good movement on it. On the outside corner, called strike.
Yeah, Moss, who, as we mentioned earlier, played with the Mohawk Valley Diamondbacks in 2025. Only played 7 games with them. He's played a lot here with the Lake Monsters so far. 14 games, this being number 15. Batting .341 with 5 RBIs. So just adds to such a deep lineup that these Lake Monsters have.
Already a hit today for Moss. Single to left field. Count is even, 1-1. Schrag brings it set. Base runner on behind him. As Fitzgerald was hit by the pitch. This is lifted in the air out to right field. Moving over. Long run over there. Williamson makes the grab on it for the first out in the Vermont third inning.
And great way to settle things down after hitting the first batter. Schrag, of course, looking to lessen his ERA, has a 6.75 ERA heading into today's contest.
Schrag at post, pitched to a 6.44 ERA as a freshman. A 5-1 record, though, for the Eagles. They were successful more times than not when he was on the mound. That goes all the way to the backstop. Wild pitch is going to move the base runner Fitzgerald into scoring position. And some early command trouble for Schrag early in counts. Has hit a man and now a wild pitch on the first offering of a at-bat. Schrag had 14 appearances for the Eagles, 10 of those for starts, logged 43 in a third innings. 38 strikeouts, walks were an issue though at times, 37 of those. He's back in the count. Ball and a strike. Opponents hit .275 against him. This is a base runner that Schrag is trying to navigate. Keep it a 5-run ball game. Still lots of baseball to be played. It's even on Lopez. 1-1. That's the fastball. A good spot. Maltasia wanted it outside. Schrag with a competitive pitch just missed the call, 2-1.
And we've seen that pitch called a strike on the outside part of the plate tonight. Not on that time, though, as it just exited the strike zone, barely.
Schrag with that open stance operates from the first base side of the slab. It's 2-1. Up top, called a strike, top of the zone, good spot. A patient hitter right now is Lopez. He had to take the bat off his shoulder. Hasn't seen one that he's liked. Schrag hoping to entice him here. It's 2-2. Righty on lefty matchup. Playing behind the base runner is Noe, the shortstop. It's a gorgeous day for baseball. No wind at all right now. And calling for time. They're going to signal a violation there.
I'm not sure what is
clock.
going on.
Well, they didn't put up ball 3, so it wasn't a pitch clock violation. Not sure who called time. Either way, try it again. 2-2. That is cut on and missed. Good changeup. Way out in front of it was Lopez. Struck him out. And Schraig's got a couple men retired here in this third inning.
So despite hitting the first batter, Schraig able to settle in. A fly out 2 at-bats ago, and now as the strikeout of Lopez puts the Sea Unicorns in a good spot to get out of this.
Here's the catcher, Hunter Strom. Strom was walked his first time up on what was a borderline call. He punches this out to right field. The green light over at third is going to bring home Fitzgerald. The Lake Monsters again working here with 2 outs in the inning. It's an RBI base hit for Hunter Strom, and the Vermont lead is 6.
Yeah, so Strom now with 4 games and 4 hits for the Lake Monsters, and adds to his success versus Norwich, as yesterday he added an RBI and today follows up with yet another.
Norwich looking for some answers here against this Vermont offense. There's no doubt about it why this Lake Monster team is atop the Futures League offensively. They lead the league in hits as well, already 5 on the night today. And you go back to how that run was scored. It was a hit batsman and then a wild pitch. And that is 2 free base free bases you just can't give up against this Vermont group. They are diligent when they get runners on. It's a ball and no strikes. And Stroh puts it right back up the middle, and the Lake Monsters just continue to roll. All of this coming with a couple of outs in the inning, and it's a 7-0 lead for the visitors.
And Norwich isn't even playing bad baseball. We've seen them improve tremendously defensively, although they can't find any answers for the Lake Monsters offense today.
They've hit it, no doubt about it. 6 hits tonight. 7 runs on 6 hits. Both of these coming with 2 outs in the inning. And credit to Vermont, their plate approach has been impressive so far. Good curveball swerves inside, ball 1. Fans, before you come to the ballpark, stop by Charlene's Diner, Main Street, Jewett City, for a delicious breakfast or lunch. Order what you want, eat what you get, only at Charlene's Diner, Main Street in Jewett City. There goes the base runner, Stroh. The throw from Maltasia, not nearly in time. It skipped on the way. Swipe bag for Travis Stroh. And the count is even. A ball and a strike on the right fielder, Wiltsey. He had a 2-run scoring base hit that began the scoring for Vermont last inning. Their lead is stretched out to 7. Just a different feel tonight. The 1-1. Downstairs, 2-1. We go back to that second inning for the Lake Monsters where they just were rolling. Sent 9 men to the plate, collecting 5 runs. That pitch that was ruled as ball 4 just changed the trajectory of the inning for Bushley. I mean, you get that strikeout call. You would have been out of the inning. Stroh was retired on a looking K. And certainly that is not the difference between why it's a 7-0 Vermont lead. The 2-2. That is rolled over. Noe charging in. Going to have to hurry his throw. It is handled over there by Howlett. Able to maintain his positioning on the first base bag. And that'll allow Schraig to get through it, but not before Vermont erupts for a couple more runs. Lead 7-0. Go to the bottom of the third here in Norwich.
Property around here, you know how fast tenant calls, repairs, and rent collection can pile up. That's where Capital Property Group comes in. They handle everything: tenant screening, rent collection, maintenance, repairs, and day-to-day property and association management. Whether it's a long-term rental or a short-term property, they make ownership simple and stress-free. You own the property. They handle the headaches. Learn more at mycapitalteam.com. Capital Property Group, simplifying property ownership.
We're really looking forward to the possibility of working together. Absolutely. We believe this could be a great partner.
2 concession stands on the first base concourse, plus Scoops, our ice cream stand on the first base concourse. Behind the press box, great tasting pizza from Iliano's. And Kona Ice has their truck on the third base concourse. Enjoy.
No. It's because you were muted. Oh, you were muted on the board.
Test.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Sea Unicorns. Designated hitters, and some college number 6, Jackson Powers.
Jackson Powers leads it off for Norwich. Ready to go here in this bottom of the third inning. Logan Rundy is standing by. We'll go to him in a moment. That is taken at the knees for a called strike. Powers hitting 152 on the summer. Had a home run against the Starfires. Big wave and a miss there for strike 2. It is 8-9-1. Due up in the Norwich lineup. They are in need of plenty of offense. Have been silenced to just 1 hit so far today. 0-2. Reaching out, swiping it foul is Jackson Powers. And Mike, still lots of baseball to be played, but you just have to start to chip away.
And stop trying to hit the ball out of the ballpark is where these guys need to start. We've seen them play small ball today, which has been good if you want to win a baseball game, but it all starts right here with Jackson Powers. I mean, he's the leadoff hitter, hitting from the 8th spot. Last game was June 11th where he was hitless. That was versus the Spinners, so of course he's trying to get back in the hit column tonight.
0-2. He sends this in the air. It is moving back there in right field. It is going to stay in the yard. Moving back is Wiltsey, makes the grab on it. 1 down. Logan Rundy going to chat a little bit about Caden Williamson's big night. Had 3 RBIs. He's due up 4th this inning. Logan, over to you.
Thanks, guys. The Sea back here tonight. Caden Williamson has been battling in the batter's box. 5 hits over his last 5 games, including 2 last night, a double and a triple in that package as well. That triple now puts him in 5th in the league. So again, hitting the baseball well. When we talked to him earlier today, it's the same approach. Even when he was struggling early on in the season, now when he's getting hot, it's the same thing. Best hitters don't change anything. Guys, back to you.
Great work, Logan, as always. That is back to the screen. Evens the count, a ball and a strike on David Pengel.
Pengel, of course, the former New Britain Bee, finds himself playing for the other Connecticut team, of course, the one that won versus those Bees in the championship last year.
He is fouling away, strike 2. Look out at the luxury suite deck level. And young couple of fans moving over. We have a souvenir here tonight at Dodd Stadium. Ball and 2 strikes on Pengel. Norwich trying to turn over the lineup card with some traffic on. Pengel was a red shirt as a freshman at Northeastern. Plenty of former Norwich Sea Unicorns coming through Northeastern.
Cam Maldonado, probably the biggest name that comes to mind, was, of course, our trivia question was about him last night. Lighting it up in the Giants organization, and with how he's been playing, you got to think that he's going to be knocking on the door of the top 30 prospects list.
That is punched through into right center field, a base hit. David Pengel, compact swing at the plate. Taking some notes there from Cam Maldonado, maybe, former
Northeastern Husky, former Norwich Sea Unicorn, and that is a swing you want to see Pengel start to replicate. He brings a lot of speed on the bases, and it'll flip the lineup over for Kenny Noe, who was caught looking his first time up. Norwich down by 7. We're in the bottom of the third.
Yeah, Kenny Noe, of course, with a strikeout to start the game, but last night was a very different story. 3 hits and 2 RBIs, including that big double, and Noe just continues to be phenomenal for the Sea Unicorns. This is 12th game, of course. 2 home runs, leads the Sea Unicorns in that category with 15 RBIs, just behind Michael Fiateroni.
He enjoys swinging in the lefty batter's box. He's been so good from the left side this summer. As hitters count, a ball and no strikes. You said it, 3 hits yesterday, a catalyst, and once again, jump-starting the attack at the top of the lineup. The 1-0, outside 2-0. He's a guy that doesn't swing out of the strike zone very often, especially early in counts. Attended Kellenberg Memorial High School.
Of course, one of the many products from Monmouth that we have on the Sea Unicorns.
One of 3 Hawks on the Sea Unicorns here in 2026. Monmouth located right there on the Jersey Shore. He enjoys spending lots of time down on the shore at the beach.
You and me both. I've been going to Wildwood for many, many years.
It's 2-0 on Noe. He's going to have to wait a little longer. Pengel right now in the back of the mind of Seamus Kelly. Big guy out there, 6 feet 5 inches. The returning Lake Monster against a returning Sea Unicorn. A couple of experienced guys in the Futures League. The 2-0. That is lifted in the air. Popped up, shallow left field. It's the shortstop Richmond calling for it. Make the catch on it. And there are a couple men retired in the Norwich third inning.
So I like the idea of Noe trying to be aggressive on that one. But with the 2-0 count, I would have preferred that he waited back on that one a little bit and tried to hit that one out of Dodd. Of course, he's a very good pull hitter. That one going the opposite way, of course.
Well, always harder to swing one over the fence going the opposite way. We saw Jordan Enriquez do that, and that was
ridiculous.
Home run that had your jaw drop to the broadcast booth table in our box. I mean, you just don't see them hit to the opposite field with that sort of authority, and it was a no-doubter over the second fence out there. The 0-1, that's in tight.
And they're going to say that hit him.
And it did. Nick Williamson just got a piece of him, and that has Matt Fincher coming out of the Lake Monsters dugout. He is not pleased with the call, to his chagrin. Yeah, Norwich has some traffic on. Runners are at first and second. This is a Sea Unicorns offense that has been ramshackled at times throughout the summer. And right now, the group certainly hoping to turn the tide tonight. And when it has been working, it is an offense that is dangerous, but they've also had their struggles at points throughout the season tonight, hoping to put some pressure on the big right-hander Kelly. Here's Samini. He had the first hit of the night, had that double to center field. It's a chopper over to short. Richmond charges in, handles that awkward in between hop and makes the play on it. Ryan Richmond has been a busy man tonight, makes another play and holds Norwich off the board. We go to the fourth. It is 7-0 Vermont. Watching live on YouTube, SNSN Sports, the Futures League Network, and live tonight on the Wax.
For years, you buy better at Burns, but you need to know just how much better the Burns Agency's gotten. Last year, we joined forces with Hub International to bring our current and future customers an even stronger product offering, exceptional service practices, and the most competitive insurance options available. Our integration with Hub makes the team at the Burns Agency that you know and trust stronger, more accessible, and positioned to better serve you in this ever-changing insurance landscape. Call, email, or visit us today in all the same easy ways. The Burns Agency, now a division of Hub International, proudly serving Eastern Connecticut since 1932.
So much better at Burns. The right insurance at the right price. You buy better at Burns. You buy better at Burns. You buy better.
We go to the top of the fourth inning here in Norwich. 7 runs on 6 hits so far tonight for the Lake Monsters. No runs, 2 hits for Norwich. Jacob Schrag back out there for his second inning of relief. Little flyover right now here over Dodd Stadium. That is bounced over to short. Kenny Noe. Long throw, whips it across, and that will take care of the leadoff man in the Lake Monsters' fourth inning.
Speaking of flyover, we got Military Appreciation Night soon coming up here at Dodd Stadium, July 3rd, 2026. Join us as we celebrate our men and women in military. Of course, post-game fireworks will follow. Military Appreciation Night, July 3rd, coming up.
First offering home from Schrag, taken outside for ball 1. Here's Schaefer, the batter at the plate. Schrag offers a four-seam fastball, sweeper slurve, slider and changeup combination. With so many different types of pitches now, and there's the old school, right, where it's getting ahead in counts. You don't have to worry about what the radar gun says. And now in today's age, youngsters care so much about lighting up the radar gun. And at times that is taken away the accuracy and filling up the zone with strikes, chasing a number, 2 balls, 1 strike count. There has to be a balance with that. And as there is in anything, we've seen more and more pitching injuries, arm fatigue, elbow problems earlier and earlier. I mean, where do you strike a balance?
You see a lot of these guys getting real flashy with it, right? Look at guys like Max Clark, who has a production team following him before he even has made it into the show. And sometimes you see guys worried about how many Instagram likes they're going to get. But that's the age that we're in. You know, we're in the social media age. Dom Scalia, of course, has been a huge social media influence for the Sea Unicorns. Shout out to him and all the great work that he's doing.
That's sawed away foul. When we get going in the bottom of the fourth inning, we'll check in once again with our team reporter, Logan Rundy. He'll be down there in the Sea Unicorns dugout. One of our players. Not sure who he is going to be with. We'll get that information in a moment. That's fouled away. Nice catch made back there in banana ball, which you were talking about. I know Dom Scalia has hopes of potentially playing banana ball. That would have been an out by banana ball rules. Not here in the Futures League. The count is full. Schaefer has an RBI triple today. Back in the second inning is also grounded out. I mean, banana ball, some of the most exciting baseball, or as
coming to Hartford too, and our old friend Clark Gilmore
The 3-2, that is, again, on the ground is short. Kenny Noe makes another play defensively. And quickly, 2 up, 2 down here in this Lake Monster fourth inning. Fans, the weather is heating up, and so should the fun. Rent a Polaris slingshot from Strain Family Motors in Lisbon. Feel the excitement of the open road. Go to sfmslingshots.com. Well, the defense has been noticeably improved, and the Unicorns have put a great emphasis on their defensive work prior to games, getting in here early, doing their early work. And it has paid off so far this homestand. Norwich has been making the plays on defense. Vermont has just hit the baseball, and give them credit. They've hit it hard today. The pitch, good fastball, grooved into the outside corner, evens it up, 1-1.
Yeah, Huber with 2 hits yesterday, including a double to right center field, which we both thought was going to get out of here to the deepest part of Dodd Stadium, but just a 1 bouncer to the fence. He's had a hot season, batting .358 with 1 home run and 8 RBIs for the Lake Monsters.
Cuts and misses here for strike 2. He's fly to right, he's fly to left. Norwich corner outfielders have been busy with him in the batter's box as those Sox rolled up high. In the back of the lefty box, Huber out of Arizona Western, and Göttingen, Germany is where he grew up.
You don't see that much. Foreign players. Pretty cool story, though.
Speaking of Germany and guys that have made it to the big leagues, Brendan Donovan, Max Kepler, some of the most noticeable. And that goes squeaking away from the backstop Maltasia. And that had the makings for a third strike, but the George Washington product had some trouble, was handcuffed. And it's a full count here. Speaking of the Twins organization, we have our eyes right now fixated on Kalen Culpepper watch officially underway. It's just a moment of time before he gets the call up to the big leagues. Right now on the injured list for AAA St. Paul, 3-2. That is taken on the outside corner. Jacob Schrag locks up Elias Huber, and that is how the inning will end. Go to the bottom of the fourth. Norwich down 7 on the Futures League Network and watching live on YouTube, SNSN Sports.
Property around here, you know how fast tenant calls, repairs, and rent collection can pile up. That's where Capital Property Group comes in. They handle everything: tenant screening, rent collection, maintenance, repairs, and day-to-day property and association management. Whether it's a long-term rental or a short-term property, they make ownership simple and stress-free. You own the property. They handle the headaches. Learn more at mycapitalteam.com. Capital Property Group, simplifying property ownership.
We're really looking forward to the possibility of working together. Absolutely. We believe this could be a great partner.
Ready to go here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Logan Rundy standing by. John Vierre-Diaz earned the victory here on opening night at Dodd Stadium. Logan, down to you.
Thanks, guys. I'm here with my guy, John Bureau. John plays first base, the outfield, and I have to wonder, when did that start, playing multiple positions?
Ever since I was a kid, having my dad, friends of my dad's, always wanted to move me around and just help me out help I could.
Absolutely. I think being first in a different way, how do you think that's created an advantage for you as your career has progressed?
Yeah, it helps, if coach says, hey, need you in the outfield today, need you over in the infield, being able to, hey, yeah, anywhere, give me more time on the field, so.
Absolutely, and I think being here in Norwich, everybody has different goals. Is to win the game, but individually, what are you trying to get out of this summer?
Just keep seeing good arms, good pitchers in this league, and meet new friends, meet new people, and just have a good time.
John Bureau's having a good time all over the field, wherever he is, making an impact as well. Guys, back to you.
Hey, John Vierre-Diaz looks a little bit different. That's all right. That was John Bureau down there, field level. Great work as always by Logan Rundy on the ground to second. Good work over there by Elias Huber. Made that final out there in the top of the fourth inning. And leadoff man set down for Norwich. That was Jake Howlett. Here is Carter Grant.
Yeah, so Howlett will have to wait another at-bat for his first Unicorn hit of the summer. One guy that no longer has to wait for that first Unicorn hit is Carter Grant, who has really found his way at the plate so far. 3 RBIs in now 10 games he's played, 2 walks yesterday, and including that huge triple.
His hits now in 3 straight games, slowly starting to find his groove at the plate. Certainly a welcoming sign. Norwich offense that is hitting just .220 as a team. That is bottom in the Futures League. Last night, with the 10 hits that we saw, I thought it would be hopefully the start of some good news for this group. Tonight, Seamus Kelly has really controlled the Norwich offense. Has just allowed the 2 hits today.
And that's why these returners are so important for their respective teams. They kind of know what to expect going into another season.
Here's the 3rd hit of the night. Carter Grant making hits in 4 straight games for the Fairfield Stag. And the Unicorns have a 1-out base runner.
Yeah, and Grant going to get a huge opportunity to play with a former Sea Unicorn and Antonio Ducatelli, who's just committed to Fairfield today after a very successful campaign with the Central Connecticut Blue Devils. So good luck to him on that.
And congratulations as well to the Duke of Norwich, 2-time Futures League champion. He earned the Pete Wilk Award in his honor for the courage that he showed continuing coming back after battling injuries last summer. The 1-0. That's taken on the outside corner, was involved in a car accident, and it was good to see Ducatelli recover from that and make his way back. A guy that just has the biggest heart, competes, and just a definition of a scrappy baseball player. David Wright was his role model growing up, a guy that always had a smile on his face coming to the ballpark. Big part of the Central Connecticut State Blue Devils offense. This is out to the left center field alley. That's going to get down, and the Unicorns stringing it together here in the 4th inning. Back-to-back hits. It was a good throw to third. It is not held on to, though, by Schaefer. And Norwich has them at the corners. Base hit for Brandon O'Neill, trying to restart his train offensively after a 7-game hit streak was broken up last night. He's right back on the board. Dumps it out to left center field, and Norwich has a little rally going here with 1 out in the 4th inning.
And now Luke Maltasia is going to look to get in on the hit-in action. Of course, as we mentioned, this is 2nd game in a row behind the dish. Huge opportunity for him to knock in 2.
Norwich looking to plate their first run of the night. The pitch to Maltasia. That is rolled over softly. Trying to leg this out is Maltasia. Unable to break up this double play. 4-6-3. The Lake Monsters turn it, and it is 4 shutout innings tonight for Seamus Kelly. Go to the 5th. 7-0 Vermont. This is Unicorns Baseball. Streaming live on YouTube, SNSN Sports, and the Futures League Network.
Safe to visit the dentist. In a word, yes. Especially if that dentist is Dr. Katzoff and the staff at Griswold Dental Associates. They follow all the latest safety protocols while doing what they do best, taking care of you. From preventive to restorative, your dental care couldn't be in better hands. To schedule your appointment, call Griswold Dental Associates today, 860-376-2626. That's 860-376-2626.
With Jewett City Savings Bank's free access checking account, you get everything you need to take control of your money, including mobile banking, mobile check deposit, and a contactless debit card with mobile wallet. Add a high-yield savings account for even more control. Stop by one of our offices in Eastern Connecticut or visit jcsbank.com to open your account today. Jewett City Savings Bank, member FDIC.
Move right along to the top of the 5th inning, and as we head there tonight, one of those BOGO Tuesdays here at Dodd Stadium. Buy one, get one free.
That's right, Adam. One of the many wonderful promotions that we have here at the ballpark at Dodd Stadium. This, of course, our first Tuesday home game of the season. The next time that you'll have an opportunity to take advantage of this wonderful promotion that we have will be on the 14th of July, so just under a month away. We'd love to see you at the ballpark. Buy one, get one free for that select game. Bring a friend. I would bring you, Adam.
Hey, I'm always getting to be right next to you right here in the broadcast.
Very
booth,
nice,
my friend.
Very nice.
Those BOGO Tuesdays, buy one, get one tickets. Purchase any Seating Bowl ticket. That's important. Receive a second ticket of equal or lesser value free. The free ticket valid only for the same game, only available in the Seating Bowl, and they must be purchased at the ticket office. We are ready to go in this fifth inning. Leadoff man up is Jack Fitzgerald. And ball one skipped in the dirt. Second wild pitch tonight from the Sea Unicorns pitching staff. The offering from Schrag. Look out. That is heading to the concourse out there on the first base side. And Mike, there's a lot of attractions down there on the concourse. Got the gazebo out there, the shipwrecked.
One of my favorite atmospheres in the Futures
Beer garden?
League. Yep, the beer garden, beautiful location that we have over there.
Shipwrecked.
And you know what? Here's the funny thing. At nighttime, if you look over there, it kind of looks like it's a pirate ship that's floating in the distance. Almost like a ghost ship, of course. We have the beer garden, the hole-in-the-wall bar. Just a great spot to catch a baseball game.
Nothing better than enjoying some
Narragansett.
shipwrecked beer.
Yes,
Narragansett. A wave and a miss there for strike three. Fitzgerald set down by way of the K. Here is the designated hitter, Thomas Moss.
So besides that third inning, Norwich has started to settle in a clean slate. In inning number 4, Schrag looks to continue.
Hey, we also have the Scoops ice cream bar as well.
We do. Look, there's some right there. A fan right there having some strawberry ice cream.
Don't tempt me now.
No. I'm a mint chocolate chip guy, all right?
Same.
Really?
Wow.
Are you really?
I am.
No way.
Yeah. Just
Minty
ask my
fresh,
parents. They always got to go running over to the market for that mint chocolate chip. They run out of it in a hurry. There's a called strike on the outside corner. That or Rocky Road?
Rocky Road's a classic one, but let me tell you about this one that I've been doing. Halo mint ice cream. It's 300 calories, and it has like 30 grams of protein, so I can eat a whole pint and not feel bad about myself.
The 1-1. There's the big bender in there for a called strike. I know we had the Kona Ice in here in the broadcast booth. Maybe we'll have to get some scoops in here.
We might need to. A little bit of hot fudge action.
Yeah, on the next Sunday Fun Day.
What did I got? I think I got the mango and the pina colada. That was a good one. And you had the raspberry.
The raspberry,
like
yes.
The raspberry one.
That was great stuff.
Yeah, that was a hot day, too.
It was.
Versus
It was 87
Westfield,
degrees.
It was very hot.
Hot and humid.
Stark difference than what 3 weeks ago on opening day when it was 40 degrees?
45 at first pitch.
Oh, my goodness.
Topper foul on the third base side. I mean, this weather in New England always so unpredictable. It just can never predict what kind of weather you're going to get tonight. Picture perfect night here at Dodd Stadium. And the Sea Unicorns faithful taking in some Futures League action here tonight.
We're going to have a long stretch of time that we won't be here at Dodd. Of course, we have the next 4 games off after Wednesday here at Dodd. Of course, I know you'll be on the road. I'll probably be on the Cape.
Are you?
Never been there either. Surprising. I've lived in New England my whole life, but never been in the Cape.
Ball and 2 strikes on Moss. Puts this in the air. Left center field. Moving over in a hurry. It is David Pengel. Makes the grab on it, and there are 2 down here in this Vermont fifth inning. Good work by Jacob Schragas, giving the Sea Unicorns some length out of the bullpen since Charlie Bushley departed after working just 2 innings tonight. Stark difference in the successful outings this summer for CB. I mean, you go back to what he did his first time out against Worcester, deserving of a victory, went 5 innings in that contest. In his losses this summer, he went just 2/3 of an inning against Nashua, and you look at the way things have gone tonight, just made it 2 frames against Vermont. That's a ball and no strikes. Jake Lopez lifted in the Norwich tonight. It is playable on the infield dirt. Kenny Noe makes the grab on it and make it 3 innings tonight for Jacob Schrag. Blanks the Lake Monsters in the 5th. Go to the home half when we come back. It's 7-0 Vermont. Sea Unicorns baseball streaming live on YouTube, SNSN Sports, and the Futures League Network.
Huge shout out to Bacchus Hospital for partnering with Griswold Middle School to give 8th grade students an unforgettable hands-on experience through Dare to Care. Students explored the critical care unit, emergency department, Lifestar helicopter, and American ambulance while taking part in interactive safety activities like impairment goggles and stop the bleed training. These real-world lessons are helping empower our youth to make safe, healthy decisions and learn valuable life-saving skills. From all of us at Griswold Pride, thank you to the doctors, nurses, first responders, and staff who made this incredible day possible. Together, we're building a safer and stronger community.
Jewett City Savings Bank gives you 2 ways to pay for purchases, while also keeping your accounts and your money secure. Use our contactless debit card or add the card to the mobile wallet on your phone. Both give you a fast, safe, and easy way to check out. To learn more, stop by one of our offices in Eastern Connecticut or visit jcsbank.com. Jewett City Savings Bank, member FDIC.
His name is Matthew.
We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Norwich still hunting their first run of the night. Had a great chance to strike in the bottom of the 4th inning, but it was a inning-ending double play turned by Vermont. Norwich has now hit into 11 double plays this summer. That is 3rd most in the Futures League. Certainly an area Norwich is hoping to make some improvements upon. It is 8-9-1 due up for Norwich here. Gets set for the bottom of the 5th inning and a chance to hear from Jewett City Savings Bank. They're your community bank for over 125 years. With offices ready to serve you all over Eastern Connecticut. Go to jcsbank.com to find out why Jewett City Savings Bank is your community bank. Here is Jackson Powers. He flied out to right field his first time up.
Powers, of course, found his power surge at the plate in that game against the Westfield Starfires. That was all the way back on June the 2nd. Last hit, it's been a while. June 11th, he went hitless versus Lowell, looking to find his way back in the hit column against the Lake Monsters.
One of 3 guys swinging from the left side tonight, and any time you can mix and match between righty and lefties in your lineup always makes it a challenge for an opposing pitcher. Never really get comfortable. The 1-1. That is cracked back foul to the screen. 1-2. Still some baseball to be played here tonight, but if this Norwich group is going to get back into it, you feel like it has to get going now. Seamus Kelly has really settled in here today. The pitch off the end of the bat, floated away, foul. Powers fighting here with 2 strikes.
Yeah, just a stark difference from last night, of course, when the bats came to life and the team was just feeding off the energy of the ballpark and, of course, of each other. And today they were just being shut down.
Norwich has been held to just 4 hits so far today. Trail 7-0. Powers out of Woburn, Massachusetts. Was a 3-sport guy over there at the high school level. Played baseball, hockey, and golf This is golfed in the air out to left field. Moving in. That was a long run out there for Lopez. Makes the grab on it, and there's one down.
Yeah, so it looked like the left fielder Lopez had some trouble judging that one. Must have gotten caught in the sun or the shade. And now it's time for David Pengel to get his second licks up at the plate. Of course, he had a single in the third.
This is a bat that Norwich really wants to see continue to move in the right direction, make him 2 for 2 on the night. Ambush the right-hander Kelly quickly in that battle when swinging on the first pitch he saw. His second hit of the ball game, the fifth for the Norwich offense. It'll turn over the lineup card for Kenny Noe.
Yeah, Kenny Noe still looking for his first hit of the game. Steps up to the plate again from the left side.
Noe has been caught looking, has also popped out to short. The pitch, he's taking the whole way. It's on the outside corner called strike.
Yeah, Adam, and that pop-up from his last at-bat, he was ahead in a 2-0 count, trying to be aggressive on that one. Just swung at the wrong pitch. Seemed as if it was slightly out of the strike zone.
The 0-1. That's down and in for ball one. Noe, before making his way to Monmouth, attended Kellenberg Memorial, where he was named the Player of the Year for his league, a two-time All-Conference and All-League selection, earned all Long Island team accolades, hit .523 for his career as a high schooler with 8 home runs. This is crushed out to right field. It is hooking foul. Well, Kenny Noe has already squared one up here out to the Norwich Knight down the right field line, and anytime you can keep them fair down the lines at Dodd Stadium, you have a good chance to hit one out. Noe was a little early, and it's a ball and 2 strikes on the Freeport, New York native.
And that one right there was right off the light tower, so light tower power for Noe, that's for sure.
Check in on Pengel, boy. They had him leaning. Able to slide back in there safely without any trouble. Noe battled a hamate injury in the spring, did not play for Monmouth, and has looked unfazed this summer with the Sea Unicorns. Looks like he never missed a beat since last summer with Norwich, where he hit .375 in the Futures League. Set up outside is Strom, the 2-2. Fastball up top, 3-2. Good battle here for Kenny Noe, and that certainly would delight Joe DeLanzo, the hitting coach. Noe forcing Kelly to throw a lot of pitches to him. The 8th one upcoming. It's a full count on Kenny Noe. The pitch that is taken at the knee, struck him out. Well, I rung up on strikes as Noe. He thought it was inside. And he'll make the slow walk back to the Norwich dugout. Second time tonight he's been caught looking. And Kelly has a couple men retired in this 5th inning and a chance to make it 5 scoreless frames. Here's Caden Williamson.
And this will be the 3rd time now that the Sea Unicorns have a runner in scoring position or on base that they haven't been able to do anything with. So credit to Kelly. He's just been lights out versus Norwich, and the Lake Monsters don't have a single man warming up in their bullpen. I'll check that. A left-hander has now started to get warm in the Vermont bullpen. But at this rate, I'd like to see him. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes into the next inning with the way things are going right now.
The 1-0. That's in tight. Evens the count at a ball and a strike so far tonight for the right-hander Kelly. He has blanked the Norwich offense, has allowed just the 5 hits with 3 strikeouts. He hit a batter. That was Williamson. Puts it on the ground over to short. Richmond underhand tosses, goes the short way to the second baseman Huber, and that's how the inning will end. Just the 1 hit in the frame. It is stranded. We go to the 6th. It is 7-0 Vermont right here on the Futures League Network and watching live on YouTube, SNSN Sports.
Property around here, you know how fast tenant calls, repairs, and rent collection can pile up. That's where Capital Property Group comes in. They handle everything: tenant screening, rent collection, maintenance, repairs, and day-to-day property and association management. Whether it's a long-term rental or a short-term property, they make ownership simple and stress-free. You own the property. They handle the headaches. Learn more at mycapitalteam.com. Capital Property Group, simplifying property ownership.
We're really looking forward to the possibility of working together. Absolutely. We believe this could be a great partner.
The game at 6:30 p.m. Admission is free for all fans, so join us. See some great baseball. June the 30th, the Northeast Prospects game right here at Dodd Stadium.
Go one more time.
Test.
Okay, you got it. We go to the top of the 6th inning here in Norwich. The Unicorns make a pitching change, but before we get to that, Logan Rundy chatting about the Northeast Prospects Showcase coming right here to Dodd Stadium. For more on that, we send it down to you, Logan.
Guys, a lot of events happening here at Dodd Stadium over the next 2 weeks, one of which is on June 30th. It's a Tuesday. It's the prospects here of the Futures League, and you're going to have the best prospects going into the MLB draft in the area as well. It's a really cool event. Batting practice will start at 4 o'clock. Then you have the game at 6:30. So you have some of the Futures League's best and MLB's best prospects going out of here at Dodd Stadium on Tuesday, June 30th. Guys, back to you.
Great work as always, Logan. That Northeast Prospect Showcase. And right here to Dodd Stadium, we'll get the coverage underway at 4 o'clock. First pitch for you at 6:30. Hunter Strom will lead it off. Charlie Cariello out on the mound for Norwich. One-time Nashua Silver Knight out there on the hill, attends Bates College in the NESCAC. Cariello, rising junior, 6'3", 225 pounds, out of Bedford, New Hampshire. Here is Strom. First delivery home, way inside for ball one. Strom so far today has walked, also as an RBI single to right field. Good work today by Jacob Schrag. And he made it 3 innings out of the Norwich bullpen, allowed the 2 runs. Those were back in the 3rd inning today. Schrag with 3 strikeouts. He hit a batter and allowed just the 2 hits today. The pitch from Cariello in there. And Cariello back in the count, 2 balls and a strike. Just getting going here. We're in the top of the 6th inning here tonight at Dodd Stadium. Just joining us, Lake Monsters striking for 5 in the 2nd inning. 2 more in the 3rd inning. 7 runs tonight on 6 hits, no errors. Norwich no runs on 5 hits so far tonight. Cariello is 3-1 home. That is in there, 3-2. Full count on the batter Strom. He's the catcher tonight. Takes outside, and Cariello lost him. Leadoff walk. And the Lake Monsters have a man on to begin the 6th inning. It is the second walk issue tonight by Norwich pitching. Entering action today, Bushley issued just 2 walks. Check that, 1 walk all summer. He surrendered 2 tonight. The pitch from Cariello, that is a fastball on the outside corner. Working ahead of the center fielder, Travis Stroh, at an RBI base hit his last time up in the 3rd inning. Cariello bringing it set. It is 0-1. That is taken on the outside corner, just dotting the edges. is the right-hander Cariello. Has not allowed any earned runs this summer, over a inning and 2/3. Making his 4th appearance of the summer for Norwich, all out of the Sea Unicorns bullpen. Check swing, looking like he went around. Stroh did. It is the first out here in the Lake Monsters'
Right fielder,
6th inning. Stroh unhappy with the call. And it's the 5th strikeout tonight for Norwich pitching. First for Cariello as a man down. Here's the right fielder, Tyler Wiltsey. Cariello brings it high and set. Almost reminds you of Clayton Kershaw's delivery when he is operating from the stretch. Not quite as high as Clayton Kershaw when he is working from the stretch, and a little different with that leaned over look. Dealing with that base runner that is on. That is Strom. Drew a leadoff walk. The 1-0. Downstairs, 2-0.
Can hear a pin drop in this place. Stark difference from last night's game. Excited to have our Norwegian friends back tomorrow, who will be very excited after Norway just pulled off a 4-1 win against Iraq. So they're going to be booming. They're going to be ready. I'm going to be ready. I know that you're going to be ready.
We're all going to be ready.
We're all going to be ready.
See them back. They had you dancing last night up here.
They had you and me both dancing.
It was a great time.
I think that we're going to have to
row the boat with them.
We're going to have to do that. I think we're going to have to go downtown after with them, you know.
Hey,
show them
around the Rose City. The 2-1. That goes skipping away from Maltasia. Quickly advancing is the base runner Strom into scoring position. Scored as a wild pitch, 3rd tonight from the Sea Unicorns pitching staff.
Yeah, the whole World Cup thing is just crazy, though. I mean, look what it does for the game. I know. I'll be going on Friday for the Scotland and Morocco game. Excited about that.
3 balls and 1 strike on Wiltsey. The pitch upstairs. He lost him. 2nd walk here issued by Cariello in this 6th inning. Cariello has been victimized by the walk throughout the summer in his early goings. Cariello has issued now 4 walks over just an inning and 2/3. Well, those are the free bases you just can't give up against this offense. Brian Richmond has worked a walk today. He's grounded out a couple of times. To the Norwich shortstop fans, Griswold Pride. Pride stands for the partnership to reduce the influence of drugs for everyone. Check out their Facebook page for more information. That's Griswold Pride.
Yeah, I mean, as we were talking about Richmond, really a guy who walks well, of course. He had 2 yesterday and 1 today, which took place in inning number 2. He's got 2 ducks on the pond, looking for his first RBI this series.
From the lefty box, he is taking the whole way. It's ruled for a strike, and Cariello getting ahead of Brian Richmond.
Of course, whenever the Lake Monsters come to town, it's one of the unique opportunities that the Sea Unicorns actually have to play in a series.
This is lifted in the air, moving over into left center field is David Pengel. His throw over to 3rd on a hop. The tag, it is in time. David Pengel guns down the base runner. Hunter Strom trying to tag up on the fly out to center field. Is unsuccessful. Good work over there by Brandon O'Neill. His tag in plenty of time. It's an inning-ending 8-5 double play.
Let's go down to our musical expert, Megan.
Huge shout out to Bacchus Hospital for partnering with Griswold Middle School to give 8th grade students an unforgettable hands-on experience through Dare to Care. Students explored the critical care unit, emergency department, Lifestar helicopter, and American ambulance while taking part in interactive safety activities like impairment goggles and stop the bleed training. These real-world lessons are helping empower our youth to make safe, healthy decisions, and learn valuable life-saving skills. From all of us at Griswold Pride, thank you to the doctors, nurses, first responders, and staff who made this incredible day possible. Together, we're building a safer and stronger community.
Jewett City Savings Bank gives you 2 ways to pay for purchases, while also keeping your accounts and your money secure. Use our contactless debit card or add the card to the mobile wallet on your phone. Both give you a fast, safe, and easy way to check out. To learn more, stop by one of our offices in Eastern Connecticut or visit jcsbank.com. Jewett City Savings Bank, member FDIC.
David Pengel with the BB to finish things out, 8-5 on the double play. It's good for tonight's DB Lawn. Feeling electric play of the game tonight. It is an inning-ending double play. We take a look back at that play of the game. DB Lunt, talk about some mustard on that throw out there from David Pengel. Teams up out there with Brandon O'Neill and Mike. Trailing by 7, maybe a little bit of a spark for this group. Down by 7, maybe a chance to really get things rolling.
And these guys will take them when they can get them. And that might be all it takes, just a beautiful play like that for these guys to get behind each other. And with the new pitcher on the mound, too, of course, Kelly was dominating the Sea Unicorns. Is probably going to be up for pitcher of the night with that performance for the Futures League. But Norwich has a chance to look at a new arm right here and for a chance to do some new damage.
New pitcher is Finn Haynes, soon to be sophomore, 6'1", 195 out of Rutgers and Northfield, New Jersey. Will take the rock from Matt Fincher. As we take a look at the final numbers tonight for Seamus Kelly, 5 shutout innings, allowed 5 scattered hits, struck out 3, all of those looking strikeouts here today. Without any walks, here is Dylan Cimini. The pitch shoots away, strike 1, foul. Cimini has a double today, is also grounded out to short. I mean, his batter stance certainly as unique as they come, but it's whatever works. And for Cimini, that has been something that he has found some success in. Trying to time up the pitch, 0-1, taking the whole way, strike 2.
And of course, we have a classic lefty on a lefty matchup, as you said, Adam. Haynes entering the game for the first time. This is 3rd appearance out of the pen for the Lake Monsters. Took a loss during one of those starts, although he does have 5 strikeouts.
Cimini sends this in the air. Moving back out there as Jake Lopez will make the grab on it. And the leadoff man retired for Norwich in the 6th inning. Bring up the first baseman, Jake Howlett, still hunting his first hit with Norwich.
So Howlett, once again, no stranger to summer baseball, spent last year in Florida with the Boynton Beach Buccaneers in 2025. In 33 games, he had 3 home runs and 16 RBIs, so the power is definitely there. And we've been hearing about this guy all week. He's got a power streak, and if he gets on it, it's going to be trouble for the opposing team. Although he does have a high strikeout rate also, 30 strikeouts in 27 games this past season. So coming to Norwich looking for his contact and power.
Maybe some power displayed here. Going to be a tough play out there. Quickly closing on it, Tyler Wiltsey. Covers a lot of ground out there. It'll erase Howlett, 2 up, 2 down. Tomorrow is the series finale. It is also a midweek ballpark bundle coming out to Dodd Stadium. Wednesday night games have a brand new feature this summer. Midweek ballpark bundle allows fans to purchase a premium seat and 2 hot dogs for just $15. If purchased online, fans will receive the voucher to pick up 2 hot dogs by showing their ticket at the front gates. If purchased at the ticket office, fans will receive their voucher with their ticket. The midweek ballpark bundle tomorrow night, 6:30 first pitch. And the pregame coverage gets underway as always at 6 o'clock local. And I will do my best to not have us muted for the first 2 minutes of the show.
And I'll also do my best not to have as many hot dogs as my heart desires.
That's right. A Dodd Stadium glizzy.
Dodd Stadium glizzy is crazy. But
they do a great job. I will say our concessions at Dodd Stadium, whatever you choose. There is a lot to pick up here. Boy, that was framed incredibly well back there by Strom. Count 2 balls and a strike. 2 up, 2 down right now for Finn Haynes, Rutgers product, southpaw. Different look for the Sea Unicorns, the 2-1. That is cracked foul. It's 2-2. Just joining us, we're in the bottom of the 6th inning. It's 7-0 for the Lake Monsters here at Dodd Stadium. No runs on 5 hits. The Vermont offense already in this series, 16 hits over the first 2 games of this series. 2-2 on Carter Grand. The pitch, that is roped down the left field line. It's a fair ball. Carter Grand keeps the good times rolling. He'll dig in. It's a stand-up 2-out double for the Fairfield Stag.
Carter Grand continues his hot play at the dish here at Dodd Stadium. Grand, he had that triple yesterday. Now he's got 2 hits today. His first 2-hit ball game of the summer here at Dodd Stadium. He has a single and a double to his name now. Brandon O'Neill stepping up to the plate, looking to draw blood finally for the Sea Unicorns and send the Lake Monsters into an unfortunate frenzy.
Here's Brandon O'Neill, Logan Rundy joining us. You go to Fairfield with Carter Grand. I mean, tell us a little bit about that swing. It really looks like he has figured something out right now. He has unlocked something, and he is showing his power.
I will say it's developed. I've seen him develop over the last couple of years now, which has been cool to see. Being able to have more of a 2-strike approach. It used to be a really long swing. Now it's a little bit shorter, right to the ball, and obviously you saw it there. Pretty early, but he got fortunate down the line.
Chopper over to first on the backhand side, handled there by Fitzgerald. Underhand flips. Haynes couldn't get there in time. Brandon O'Neill legs out an infield base hit, and the Sea Unicorns have them at the corners. Logan, I guess you're going to have to stop by a little more often. The Sea Unicorns have it rolling. A little 2-out thunder. Here's Luke Maltasia.
Yeah, you got to put the ball on a line here. Luke grounded into a double play, and one of the rallies we had earlier in the game, which is fine. You just have to find a way to make this productive, whether it's a hit, a walk, hit by a pitch, reach on an error. Just find a way here if you're Luke Maltasia.
Go back to yesterday's ball game. Drew a walk, and he also had a base hit. His walk with 2 outs in the 4th inning started that 2-out rally for Norwich. And the Unicorns hoping to produce here with a couple of outs in the bottom of the 6th inning. Maltasia tonight has grounded out a couple of times. A ground out to short, also hit into a inning-ending double play back in the 4th inning for the George Washington product. Has the catching duties for the 2nd consecutive night for Norwich out of Marblehead, Massachusetts. We'll dig into the righty box. 5'9", 155 pounds.
Of course, Maltasia has an opportunity to right his wrong from his last at-bat where he had a man in scoring position at third and first base. He jumped on the first pitch that he saw in that at-bat, being more patient this time around. He's got a big hole on the left side of the field between third base and short.
Norwich has them on the corners. It is O'Neill at first and Grand at third. The 1-0. Wave and a miss. Wipeout slider. Evens the count. A ball and a strike. Maltasia went fishing. And good bite on that slider for Haynes. Trying to navigate some 2-out traffic. Norwich hoping to make good on it. Golden opportunity to get on the board. There goes the base runner O'Neill. The pitch taken. The throw to second is a good one. It is the play at the plate. It is not in time. Underneath the tag is Carter Grand, and the Sea Unicorns carefully navigate a double steal. Brandon O'Neill just able to find his way to second. It was a dart of a throw from Hunter Strom, and going on the throw to second is Carter Grand, and the Sea Unicorns are on the board in the 6th inning.
So Strom making a risky throw there by going to second base, and Carter Grand takes advantage of that one, and finally Norwich is in the scoring spot.
Maltasia is taking. It's a hitter's count, 3-1.
It's all about an approach, right? At this point, right? Almost 2 strikes, you throw that approach out the window, but 3-1. You got to find a way to to stick to your game plan, whether it's to put the ball in play or let it go by you.
Chance for Norwich to add another run here. It's a big duck on the pond. The breaking ball spots the outside corner. Haynes forced to really fight here. It's a full count. It's 3 balls and 2 strikes on Luke Maltasia.
The framing behind the plate. It's good framing, for sure. I think being able to deceive the umpire, right, just finding a way. It's too low. Can't frame that one. So again, Maltasia finds a way after being down to the count early on. Uses that approach to reach. First and second, 2 outs here in the home half of the 6th inning.
D.H. Jackson Powers will bat. Good work by Luke Maltasia. Powers slid into a couple of flyouts to both corner outfielders tonight. All right, there's a moment to try and get back in this ball game and climb right back in it. This is it. Norwich will have to do it with 2 outs in the inning. It's a lefty-on-lefty matchup with Powers. The pitch. He was jammed in tight, popped up in foul territory. Long run over there. It is Schaefer who makes the grab shy of the Lake Monsters dugout. Norwich scratches across a run on a double steal. It's 7-1 Vermont. Go to the 7th here in Norwich on the Futures League Network and live on YouTube, SNSN Sports. Unicorn fans, ready to rep your Norwich Sea Unicorns? Dive into the point-of-sale team store. From hats and jerseys to gear that covers every base, show your Sea Unicorn spirit and style. From ballpark essentials to unique souvenirs, there's something for every fan in the pod. Stop by during any home game or shop anytime at seaunicorns.milbstore.com. That's seaunicorns.milbstore.com. The point-of-sale team store has you covered all season long.
Welcome back to Norwich, Connecticut. Charlie Cariello still out there getting to work. Norwich down 6 runs here and be visiting half of the 7th inning as the Sea Unicorns scratch one across in the 6th after Carter Grand scored on a double steal between him and Brendan O'Neill after the ball was dropped at the plate by Strome.
Ready to go here in this top of the 7th inning. Logan Rundy alongside me. With the action here for this top of the 7th inning, it is 2, 3, and 4. Due up here for Vermont, it is Schaefer, Huber, and Fitzgerald for the Vermont offense. Charlie Cariello ready to go in his 2nd inning of relief. Got helped out by a massive 8-5 inning-ending double play. Here is Schaefer. He's grounded out. RBI triple and a ground out today on the left side of the infield. Kenny Noe has been busy today, and we have spoke about the importance of team defense. If there is a bright spot to have tonight, it has been the play defensively of Norwich.
Yeah, again, no errors on that side of the ball. It's just about the offensive side and putting the two together on a more consistent basis. But in terms of the pitching, Norwich has kept this top 3 at bay. That triple is the only hit from the top 3 here in the order. So again, obviously it was a costly one, but you take your wins when you can get them.
1-0 on Schaefer. The pitch, that's spiked. No harm with the empty bases. It's 2-0. Fans, Sunday Fun Day returns to Dodd Stadium July 19th. It's another Sunday Fun Day kids game. Following the game, all kids 12 and under can head to the field to run the bases and have a catch in the outfield, presented by New London Public Schools Magnet Pathways. The 2-0 from Cariello up top, 3-0. And Cariello has been a victim of the free passes in the early goings this summer. And first pitch for strikes. He is
had some trouble with that at times, and it has plagued him, has allowed some extra traffic. He's worked around it.
That was much better. The balance, it's all about weight distribution. You want to have it even everywhere on the 3 quadrants. Your right shoulder, your left shoulder, right in the middle. It's falling over to his left shoulder a little bit, which is pulling the ball either high or outside.
3-1. He's found some balance here, 3-2, and 2 similar spots. Getting a chase from Schaefer. It's a full count on the right-handed hitting product out of Stony Brook. In the righty box, 5'8", 160 pounds. The 3-2, it is fouled right back. You're ready for it.
I was so ready for it. That net, obviously there for good reason. But I was here for it, and that's the exact attack Cariello's got to go to. Now the fastball's being timed up. Got to go with secondary. Probably a changeup, something that looks the same, but it's going to dive out of the zone.
Tunneling so important. Cariello hoping to take care of the leadoff man. His full count pitch. It is taken up top. Went back to the hard stuff, and he missed with ball 4. It is the 3rd free pass issued tonight from Cariello, and the Lake Monsters have the leadoff man on to begin the 7th inning.
It's all about, can you get the leadoff guy out? And that starts with the leadoff strike in the inning, right? So you have to find a way. This pitching staff has been victim to it all year, and so finding a way to be a little bit more consistently in the zone early in innings, early in counts, is the recipe to success, and obviously tonight that hasn't been the case.
Here's the second baseman, Elias Huber. Skies this in the air out to shallow left field. It is moving into foul ground. Kenny Noe had to cover a lot of ground. Is able to make the catch on it. And quickly retired is Huber.
That's a good. Kenny's been busy down there. Good tracking there, and obviously good communication as O'Neill was chasing after it as well. So it's getting better. Little steps day by day. The defense has improved drastically. The hitting has been really sharp at times. The pitching has been great, mostly to start games. Obviously tonight, 7 runs in the first 3 frames. So it's all about putting it together at this point, and there's still time to do so.
Base runner on right now is Schaefer to a leadoff walk. Here's Fitzgerald. Open stance, cuts and misses for strike 1. So far tonight, the Lake Monsters with their leadoff batter, 3 for 7. Reaching base here today, and it has been the difference maker tonight. They have come home to score in 2 of the 3 frames that they have had their leadoff man reach. That's what started that big second inning for Vermont. Set 9 batters to the plate that inning. Then it was a hit batsman that started the 3rd.
Cariello's got to be a little bit more athletic. He's got to bend the knees. He's too tall right now, which is putting a lot of balls up.
There's 1-1 offering. Jan Fitzgerald lifts it in the air straight away center field. It's David Pengel who will squeeze it, and there's 2 retired in the Vermont 7th inning.
He's had a good night, obviously. That 8-5 sacrifice attempt. Great throw. 1 hopper right to O'Neill just to slap the tag down. Beat him by a solid step as well, and then been good out there. He's a little deeper than probably a typical center fielder would be. Probably 350, 360 feet out there, but with a 400-foot fence behind him, he's much better moving in than out. Right, outfielders like to play a little further back so they can attack instead of react to the ball.
First step is everything, especially for an outfielder, and their read off the bat. And Pengel is a guy that is very athletic, so dynamic in the outfield. He moves well out there, and it allows him to play a little deeper of a center field. Quickly is able to close in and make plays out there. Cariello snaps over a pickoff attempt on the base runner Schaefer. Reached on the leadoff walk. Here's Thomas Moss. 1 for 3 tonight as a base hit. He's flied out his last 2 times. Cariello deliberate, working from the stretch. 0-1. Chopper over to short. Noe will go the short way over to Carter Grant, and that'll wrap things up. Charlie Cariello has made it a couple of innings out of the Norwich bullpen. It is stretch time in Norwich. It's 7-1 Vermont on the Futures League Network and live on YouTube, SNSN Sports.
Dinosaur Place is roaring fun for all ages. Have you ever driven by the Big Dino on Route 85 in Montville, Connecticut? Stop in and check out what's behind the fences. Jurassic adventures await you. The Dinosaur Place is the largest dinosaur-themed family fun park in New England. A lot of value for one-of-a-kind attractions. Over 100 life-size dinosaurs, nature trails, and playscapes. Visit our popular T-Rex Tower and zero-depth dino-themed splash pad. Plan your next adventure. Go to thedinosaurplace.com.
Looking for the perfect shed? Come to SCR Structures and Sheds in North Franklin. Whether you're buying or renting to own, we've got you covered with 90 days, same as cash, and guaranteed price matching on any competitor's advertised shed of the same quality. That's scr-structures.com. That's SCR Structures and Sheds, built right, priced right here in North Franklin. scr-structures.com.
Stretch time here in Norwich. Unicorns trailing 7-1. Glad you could be with us on a Tuesday night. Logan Rundy also stretching out there in the crowd. It's time to send it back over to our team reporter, Logan Rundy. It's over to you.
Hey guys, I'm right here. After being in the booth, I've made it down to some of our great fans. We got Caden, Braden, Jamison, Emily here, right in the seats, right behind the Norwich Unicorns dugout, which is really cool. They've been loud all game. We've heard them. We had Jameis do one of our challenges earlier. I'll start with you, Caden. What's your favorite part about the game so far?
That we got a run.
We did get a run, a little double steal between Carter Grand and Brandon O'Neill. I'll go to you.
Also with a run.
Again, the runs, we love to score. Hopefully we get a couple more here in the 7th inning, even 6 more to tie the game. I'll go over to you, Jameis. How about you?
A lot of hits.
A lot of hits indeed. There are 7 on the board to Vermont 6. And additionally, Emily, to bring your people here to a game like this on a Tuesday night, what type of memories come from this?
Oh, it's great for the boys. They love baseball. They all play baseball, so they love these kind of nights.
Absolutely. Maybe we'll see them on the field one day here. The Unicorns chasing 6 runs. However, we got some great fans in the crowd to cheer them on. Guys, back to you.
Great work as always, Logan Rundy. The fan experience report here tonight at Dodd Stadium. Braden, Jamison, Emily, and company taking in some Unicorns Futures League action. Always great to see the young fans in attendance, and Logan doing a great job as always, capturing all those moments and experiences. It's 3-0 on David Pengel. He has been brilliant today. Couple of hits. Has been terrific defensively. And a bright spot for the Norwich offense. Cuts and misses. He was tardy on the Haynes fastball. Norwich so far tonight, when leading off an inning, 0 for 6, looking for their first leadoff base runner. Count is full on Pengel. 3-2, it is a bouncer on the ground to second. Collected by Huber. He botched the baseball and bobbled it. And the speed of David Pengel is going to give Norwich the leadoff runner on. It is via the air, committed over there by Elias Huber. And for the first time tonight, the Unicorns have a leadoff base runner. Top of the order, Kenny Noe. Noe's been caught looking a couple of times tonight. It's the first error committed here in this ball game. It is against Huber. Pengel has great speed. He's not going with the southpaw on the hill. He delivers ball 1. Noe will switch it around, hit from the right side here for the first time today with the southpaw on the mound. Second inning of relief work for Finn Haynes is 1-0. A little late on the fastball was Noe. Runs the count even, 1 ball and 1 strike. Unicorns hoping to chip away at a 6-run deficit. It's game 2 of 3 in this series against Vermont. There goes Pengel. The throw from Strom. It is not in time. David Pengel moves his way into scoring position. It's a stolen base for a Norwich offense that is atop the Futures League in swipe bags. That generated their run tonight. And Pengel hoping to help cut back into the Vermont lead. Nobody out. A hitter's count for Noe. 2 balls and a strike. It's Finn Haynes On the mound here for Vermont. Back out there for his second inning of work. His pitch that touches the outer edge. 2-2 on Noe. Norwich tonight with runners in scoring position. 1 for 5 today. And just 2 for 9 with runners on. Noe hoping to deliver here with 2 strikes. The 2-2 taken down in the dirt. 3-2. Well, Noe has been hung up on both of his strikeouts on borderline pitches. Was caught looking in both of those. It was Seamus Kelly who retired him. Pengel on at second. There he goes, breaking for third. The pitch misses, and holding on to it is Strome. It is ball 4 to Noe, and the Sea Unicorns have a couple of runners on for Caden Williamson. So an error to start the inning, and now the walk to Noe. Norwich has got some lightning in a bottle here to begin the home 7th. The Burns Agency. Simplify your insurance needs. Go to theburnsagency.com to find out more. The Burns Agency, now part of Hub International. Williamson so far tonight is 0 for 2 as fly to right, grounded out to short, and has been hit by the pitch. Noe on at first, drew a walk. Pengel reached on an error, stole a couple of bags. And Williamson hoping to drive him in. Nobody out in the Norwich 7th. The pitch from Haynes. Curveball dumps into the bottom of the zone for strike 1. Entering action here tonight, Williamson has seen his average slowly tick up. Now a .233 hitter entering action tonight. He went swinging there. The throw from Strome is a good one, and toast at the second base bag is Noe. And it is the first out recorded here in the Vermont 7th inning. Just unfortunate. Sea Unicorns running into an out. And Pengel was unable to break to the plate on that throw. It's 1-1 on Williamson. The 1-1 up top. Boy, snagging it as Strome. He had to reach back to grab it. It's 2-1 on Caden Williamson. This is a big moment in the game. Norwich just trying to chip away with some runs here late. It's a 7-1 Lake Monsters lead. On 2-1, it's up top 3-1. Breaking pitch missing for Haynes. There was 5 in the second and 2 more in the third inning. And Vermont, after 3 innings, had a 7-0 lead. Hitters count for the Colorado local. Williamson has hits in each of his last 2 games. Norwich faithful hoping for a pitch clock violation, none coming. Williamson 3 for his last 7 entering play here today. Hoping for his first hit of the night on 3-1, fouls it off. Williamson officially 3 for his last 9. With today's game, 3:33 over this stretch. Put together a good at-bat here in a full count. Waiting on deck is Dylan Cimini. It is full on Williamson. He fouls it back. A little late on the fastball. At standard depth defensively is the Vermont defense with a 6-run lead. Lefty on righty matchup, the 3-2 home. Taken up top, check swing from Williamson. He did hold up, and Norwich has them back on the corners. Second consecutive free pass issued by Haynes here in this 7th inning. Here's the skipper, Matt Fincher. He'll come out of the Vermont dugout. The only out recorded was on the caught stealing, took away Kenny Noe, who worked a walk of his own. The entire infield will huddle for Vermont. Have some movement in their bullpen. See if they will make a change here or just have a conversation. Fincher has yet to signal to the Lake Monsters bullpen down the left field side. It's Dylan Cimini due up. Henry DiGirolamo makes a slow walk out to the Vermont pitching mound here. This is a prime spot for Norwich, trying to work their way back here tonight. Cimini has a hit. He doubled his first time up. Well, anything down the line could clear the base pass. Would love to have Noe out there still, but he was cut down on a stolen base effort. Norwich will have runners at first and third for Dylan Cimini. One out. We're in the bottom of the seventh inning. It's game 2 of the 3-game set between Norwich and Vermont. And 3 of 4 on this homestand. It wraps up tomorrow night. Another 6:30 start time. As Norwich hopes to climb up the Futures League standings. The offering to Cimini. That's a bouncer over to second. Going to be a tough play. Richmond applies the tag. Holds on to it. Good work by Williamson, racing hard from first to second. It'll produce the second run of the night. It's a 7-2 Vermont lead. A good idea by Huber. Would have been a tough play over at first base to try and take care of the base runner Cimini. Credit to him hustling up the first base line. Here's Jake Howlett still searching for his first hit of the night for Norwich in his Sea Unicorns debut, is taking for a called strike. Sea Unicorns down by 5. We're in the bottom of the 7th inning. When we get to the 8th, due up for Vermont is 6, 7, and 8 in their lineup card. Norwich with a run in the 6th, the run in the 7th. That out, the first true out, recorded by Haynes. He's helped out by his battery mate Strome, cutting down the base stealer Noe. That was how he found his first out in the inning and a chance to work around Howlett quickly. Ahead of him, a ball and 2 strikes. Howlett out of Wall, New Jersey. He cuts and misses when chasing for strike 3. Mitigating trouble here in the 7th is Haynes. Surrenders just the 1 run. Go to the 8th. 7-2 Vermont. This is Sea Unicorns Baseball, streaming live on YouTube, SNSN Sports, and the Futures League Network.
For years, you buy better at Burns, but you need to know just how much better the Burns Agency's gotten. Last year, we joined forces with Hub International to bring our current and future customers an even stronger product offering, exceptional service practices, and the most competitive insurance options available. Our integration with Hub makes the team at the Burns Agency that you know and trust stronger, more accessible, and positioned to better serve you in this ever-changing insurance landscape. Call, email, or visit us today in all the same easy ways. The Burns Agency, now a division of Hub International, proudly serving Eastern Connecticut since 1932.
Better. So much better at Burns. The right insurance at the right price. You buy better at Burns. You buy better at Burns. You buy better.
We go to the top of the 8th inning. Norwich makes a pitching change for the right-hander returning Sea Unicorn from the 2025 Futures League Championship team, Tiernan Doyle. Pitched to a .995 ERA last summer in Norwich. Appeared in 5 games, all out of the Norwich bullpen. 6 1/3 innings, allowed 7 earned runs, 2 strikeouts. Plays his college baseball at Assumption. Now a transfer to Division I Stonehill. And Doyle, a guy that made his arrival to Norwich earlier today, and Sea Unicorns immediately utilizing him. Zach Gitcher goes to him in the 8th inning. It's a 5-run Vermont lead. Pitch home in there for a strike from the right-hander Doyle. Leadoff man up in the inning is the left fielder Jake Lopez.
It's good to see him. He's a teammate, or used to be a teammate over at Assumption with a good buddy of mine that I played with for a long time. Good arm action, good fastball. Nice little changeup, too, as he gets the fastball at the top of the zone. So he's got a lot of arm action away from lefties into righties, so it'll be interesting how they attack here in the visiting half of the 8th inning, down 5 runs.
Doyle was 2-6 for Assumption. Made 11 appearances, 9 of those for starts. Swung on, popped up. That is cruising foul on the left side. It's dumping into the seats. It's out of play. 50 innings logged for Doyle. 43 punch-outs to the 16 strikeouts. And check that. Can't strike them both out. 43 punch-outs to the 16 walks issued. And great peripherals for Doyle. The raised ERA, but when you have 43 strikeouts over 50 innings, that'll get the attention of collegiate coaches, and he takes care of the first man he faces this summer. Fly is out to left field. Taken care of out there by Dylan Cimini. 1 gone here in the Vermont 8th inning.
It's exactly what you got to do when you come into a game like this. Get quick outs, get your guys back into the dugout to get the bats rolling. There's more hits, less errors. It's a recipe to win. It's about timely hitting at this point.
Doyle is topped out at 90 on the radar gun, and that also raised the eyebrows of the Stonehill coaching staff, and the strikeout numbers are something that he improved upon. That really popped off the page, the 43 strikeouts, just the 16 walks over 50 innings of work, and anytime you're pounding the zone, he's been all over it here to begin the frame. It's Strom at the plate, 0-1. That sizzles on the outside corner. He looks like a different version of himself since the 2025 campaign. Doyle and Peter Glidden were teammates at Rockville High School before, each making their ways to the collegiate ranks. Glidden at SCSU and Doyle now at Stonehill. He just missed on the outside corner. Maltasia is ready to throw it around the horn.
Hey, it was, and he's got teammates down in that bullpen. Sean Connolly at Stonehill. They're now teammates now, so it's good to get that chemistry going before they go back in the fall.
It's 1-2 on Strom. The pitch, cut on and missed, struck him out. Down by the way of the K. Tiernan Doyle's got his first strikeout this summer. Says hello to Dodd Stadium. Boy, he has vibrant stuff so far. Just so much confidence here in the 8th inning.
There was that changeup that kind of dove down into the zone. A little foul tip. It's that small miscue on the timing by Strom, and that's all it takes, and that's why he's so effective. Tiernan Doyle, 1 quick out via the air, 1 through the K as well. It's effective so far.
Here's Travis Stroh. He puts it back up the middle, a base hit. 2 out base hit for Travis Stroh. Second hit of the night for the Lake Monsters center fielder. Keep the inning alive for Tyler Wiltsey. The 8 and 9 spot in the lineup card has been impactful tonight for Matt Fincher. Make it now 2, check that, 3, 4, 5 tonight. That's a 600 average in the 8 and 9 spot.
They try to get away with a changeup there, Doyle did, right? You do the changeup to get the strikeout. You can't throw it again. It's a good attack from Stroh in that situation because you know it's probably coming after a pitch he felt confident with and just drove it right back up the middle.
Ball and no strikes on Wiltsey. The pitch taken up top, 2-0.
Got to find a way, Doyle, to get out of this inning. Find a way, put the ball on the ground. The strikeout, it's going to be a hard strikeout. An RBI single And a 6-3 putout for Wiltsey so far.
It's also a walk today. The 2-0. That's taken on the outside corner. Take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard here tonight. It's a 4-1 lead for Nashua over Lowell. That is at LaLasher Park. And 6-5 Worcester leading the Westfield Starfires. That's what we have tonight around the Futures League. 2-1. That's popped up. That'll go back foul and out of play. Idea scoreboard watch at this time of the summer, or for a group like Norwich, just about focusing on their own games and stacking wins together?
Yeah, you got to find a way. 7-9, right? You have to find a way to kind of get back to 500 first, because realistically, if you're scoreboard watching at this point, you're not in the postseason picture as we speak, right? You got to get to 500. You got to find a way to get into that picture before you start looking at it, right? You can't look at a picture that's a blank canvas right now. And I think you got to find a way to stack a win. If you drop this one, you're down, 7-10 on the year after 17. So you got to find a way to win this game first, and maybe you look at it. But I don't think generally, as Doyle gets the strikeout to retire the side, you can't look at it. We got work to do here in the 8th inning.
Couple strikeouts for Tiernan. Doyle tosses a scoreless 8th inning as he welcomes himself back to the Rose City. Go to the bottom of the 8th. Norwich chasing 5 when we come back. Sea Unicorns baseball streaming live on YouTube, SNSN Sports, and the Futures League Network.
Safe to visit the dentist. In a word, yes. Especially if that dentist is Dr. Katzoff and the staff at Griswold Dental Associates. They follow all the latest safety protocols while doing what they do best, taking care of you. From preventive to restorative, your dental care couldn't be in better hands. To schedule your appointment, call Griswold Dental Associates today, 860-376-2626. That's 860-376-2626.
With Jewett City Savings Bank's free access checking account, you get everything you need to take control of your money, including mobile banking, mobile check deposit, and a contactless debit card with mobile wallet. Add a high-yield savings account for even more control. Stop by one of our offices in Eastern Connecticut or visit jcsbank.com to open your account today. Jewett City Savings Bank, member FDIC.
Welcome back to Dodd Stadium here in Norwich, Connecticut. The visitors in Vermont lead 7-2 after a 5-run second that the Sea Unicorns haven't been able to recover from so far. However, putting a little bit of a rally together, a run in the 6th, a run in the 7th, but going to need a lot more than that to come back in this one and try not to split the series here thus far, as Game 3 will be tomorrow here, same time, here at Dodd Stadium. And then the Sea Unicorns get on the road on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, with the off day on Sunday this week.
Stretch of 7 consecutive games for the Sea Unicorns. Ready to go here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Pitching change being made for Vermont. And the baseball over to the right-hander Brandon Rovinelli. Has yet to allow a earned run. 5th appearance of the summer. It is all out of the Lake Monster bullpen. Has a save to his name. Has worked 5 innings. Allowed 3 scattered hits, 4 walks, and 4 strikeouts. Carter Grand will lead it off. Here's your Fairfield Stag. Has a double today. A couple of hits as well. A single and a double. Trying to start the train in the Norwich 8th inning. Fastball taken up top. The offering from Rovinelli tonight for Finn Haynes. He worked 2 innings out of the Vermont bullpen. Both of those runs charged against him. Grant lifts this high in the Norwich tonight. Popped up on the lip of the outfield grass. Moving in and making the catch on it is Elias Huber. And taking care of his Grand to begin the Norwich 8th inning.
It's not how you want to start it, obviously, but it's more so the approach in that situation. It's 2 pitches. That was jammed all the way. It was a 2-seamer that kind of ran inside, and you choose to swing at it, and that's the exact result you're going to get. So it's all about development over the season, right? We're in Game 17 here in the season. In this, as we approach more so towards the halfway point, the approach needs to just keep progressing. It is getting better, but there are slower steps. I think bigger steps need to be taken in order to kind of get back to 500. Then you look at the playoff picture, and then you can really talk business.
Heading towards the finish line tonight, and at Highway Campers, home is where you park it. That's the motto for Highway Campers on Route 12 in Plainfield. Family owned since 1967. Camping season is here. Check out their inventory of new and used campers and park models at highwaycampers.com. Remember, home is where you park it. It's no balls and one strike on Brandon O'Neill. One gone here in the Norwich 8th inning. O'Neill has been caught looking as a base hit to left center field. And also has reached on an infield single. O'Neill's been a strong hitter, especially at Dodd Stadium, hitting near the .310 mark at home.
He's played a really good third base as well. That's something that Norwich has looked for, especially here at home. As he takes one upstairs, gets a ball in his count. Now 1-2 with one out here. Norwich trying to climb back, which at one point was a 7-run deficit, has cut that twice, and now 7-2. Hits are tied at 7, as O'Neill watched the slider go into the outside batter's box.
Norwich trying to force the Vermont bullpen to really have to fight here tonight and be tough outs late. Unicorns down to their final 5 outs today. It's a full count on the Central Connecticut State product. Brandon O'Neill out of Ronkonkoma, New York. Hoping to start the charge in the 8th inning. From the stretches, Rovinelli is 3-2. This is popped up. Going to be a play out there in right field. Moving in and making the grab on it is Tyler Wiltsey. And quickly 2 up and 2 down. And you can see why Rovinelli's been so effective. Pounding the zone has induced lots of soft contact. It's been to the right side of the field, and with the righty batters up there, they've been a little late on his fastball, jammed inside.
Yeah, Rovinelli's got a lot of tail in his pitches, and so what that's going to do is it's going to look like it's kind of over the heart of the plate, but at the last 20 feet, it's going to go in on right-handed hitters away from lefties. And you get another one there as Maltasia probably saw the same thing, right? That one was a little higher. Right, you kind of have to have more of a plan, right? You got to let that go by after you watch the 2 people in front of you pop it up, and I wouldn't be surprised if Rovinelli went right back to it. There's no reason not to.
This fastball's had a lot of life on it. Goes right back to it. On the ground to second. Hooper's been a busy man. He's going to make all 3 outs for Vermont here in this 8th inning. It's a quick 1-2-3 8th for Rovinelli. We go to the 9th, 7-2 Vermont. Unicorns baseball streaming live on YouTube, SNSN Sports, and the Futures League Network.
Huge shout out to Bacchus Hospital for partnering with Griswold Middle School to give 8th grade students an unforgettable hands-on experience through Dare to Care. Students explored the critical care unit, emergency department, Lifestar helicopter, and American ambulance while taking part in interactive safety activities like impairment goggles and stop the bleed training. These real-world lessons are helping empower our youth to make safe, healthy decisions and learn valuable life-saving skills. From all of us at Griswold Pride, thank you to the doctors, nurses, first responders, and staff who made this incredible day possible. Together, we're building a safer and stronger community.
Jewett City Savings Bank gives you 2 ways to pay for purchases, while also keeping your accounts and your money secure. Use our contactless debit card or add the card to the mobile wallet on your phone. Both give you a fast, safe, and easy way to check out. To learn more, stop by one of our offices in Eastern Connecticut or visit jcsbank.com. Jewett City Savings Bank, member FDIC.
Go to the top of the 9th inning here in Norwich. It is a 7-2 Lake Monsters lead as Mike Neville comes back, joins me in the broadcast booth. Doyle with electric stuff in his first frame. Gets the call here in the 9th inning. He'll be greeted by the top of the Lake Monster order, Richmond, Schaefer, and Huber. Vermont hoping to even up this 3-game set up a rubber match tomorrow. And with it, the Unicorns will hand the baseball over to the Yukon Husky Joe Pitts, expected to make his first start of the summertime tomorrow.
Yeah, Gitch has been going with the opener strategy relatively recently. We saw it begin with John Devine, and now we see it with Joe Pitts. He's gone just a little over 4 innings 8 strikeouts, only 1 earned run. And the way things are going right now, tomorrow will be the rubber match of this 3-game series versus the Lake Monsters, unless a miracle can happen. But what can you tell us about Joe Pitts? We've seen him pitch, saw him here on opening day. He's from the West Coast, just like you. What have you liked about him so far?
Yeah, I think the Washington native, anytime he has run into trouble, you go back to his last outing, worked out of a bases-loaded jam, and he struck out the side to get the job done. And anytime you have one of your relievers come out of the bullpen and just find a way to get the job done, that is an encouraging sign. It was unfortunate Norwich was unable to come back and get the runs needed to battle back that night, but a good chance going with the opener and Joe Pitts, hoping to lead Norwich to a victory on a Wednesday night before the Sea Unicorns head out onto the road. Norwich on Thursday. We'll see Worcester go to New Britain on Friday and back to the heart of the Commonwealth on Saturday before the off day on Sunday. And this is a big stretch for Norwich against some teams ahead of them in the Futures League standings. And it's a Norwich group that has been better on the road, 5-3 away from Dodd Stadium. They're going to need to string together some wins. It's a tough opponents in the top of the standings.
Especially in Vermont. They got that huge 3-game series in Vermont, and then right back home couple days after that. Of course, they'll be in Nashua after that. They'll be in Worcester. And we're not going to see we're going to get 2 Sea Unicorn games here in the next 2.5 weeks, so the fans will have to.
Tiernan Doyle gets a wave and a miss. It's his 3rd strikeout of the night. Sets down Brian Richmond. And 1 gone for Vermont in the 9th inning. Here is James Schaefer.
James Schaefer, of course, had a rough outing last night versus the Sea Unicorns when he went and struck out 3 times for a hat trick, although today we saw him with a huge triple, 3 RBIs in that triple, cleared the bases completely. And it's hard to imagine that the Sea Unicorns and the Lake Monsters are even in the hit column with 7, but of course the Lake Monsters have just been putting the ball in the right spots, and that has gotten them to 7 runs in this game.
Doyle just missing with ball 1. It was timely offense for Vermont in the 2nd inning today. And you go back to the 2nd innings that have really haunted Norwich as of late. The Unicorns have allowed 15 runs in 2nd innings at Dodd Stadium over their last 4 games at home, and those are numbers that are unsustainable to say the least. And anytime you fall behind big early, it discourages you so quickly. Punch down the right field line, a fair ball. Extra bases on the way for Schaefer. Going to take a wide turn, and he's going to hold up. It's a long single down the right field line. Poked to the opposite field by Schaefer, and the Lake Monster 3rd baseman has a 1-out hit.
And Schaefer continues his hot hitting today against the Sea Unicorns. A single down the right field line, the same spot just about where he hit that triple. And 2 to go here in the Norwich 9th as they look to not allow any more runs as they look to chip away in the bottom half.
Here's Elias Huber, the batter. He's showing a bunt. Trying to drop it down. He fouls it back. Strike 1. A must-have shutdown inning. And this is a good chance for Doyle. Competitive inning. Trying to keep his group in it. Just trying to stay in the fight tonight. When Norwich gets up there in the bottom of the 9th inning, it'll be Jackson Powers, David Pengel, and Kenny Noe due up. There goes the base runner Schaefer. The throw from Maltasia skips in on the way. The tag not in time. Well, Maltasia's had some trouble trying to throw out base runners tonight. Just hasn't had the life on his throws to second base. They've bounced in there. Good work receiving by the shortstop, Noe, to block him and hold the base runner. Anytime it leaks through into center field, that is always a chance to pick up extra bases, creates all sorts of havoc on the base pass. Doyle working in a
pitcher-friendly count. He's way ahead of Huber. No balls and 2 strikes is 0-2. Upstairs, 1-2.
Huber, of course, from Germany, one of the only foreign players that we have in this league this year.
We have a player on Lowell, Esteban Deserelt from Trois-Rivières in Quebec. The 1-2. That is popped up, jammed in tight was Huber on the left side. Foul territory, it is going to fall. It was overran by the third baseman, Brandon O'Neill. I think he just lost it in the lights. That was still in the play of the field, and all of a sudden just lost it.
And just no communication on that play at all. I mean, it wasn't even necessarily in no man's land. You had the shortstop, the third baseman, the left fielder all going for that one. I'm not sure why there wasn't any communication, but it's all for naught. Still 2 strikes, so they just got to bear down here and get this out.
1-2. Outside, 2-2.
And, of course, Adam, this league has seen so many changes the last few years. Brockton Rocks was once a team in this league. They're no longer here. We saw the one-and-done Road Warriors for the Futures League. And, of course, we've seen the likes of the kids of Manny Ramirez and David Ortiz grace this field.
This is lined out to center field. It's going to hang up out there. David Pengel will make the grab on it. He's going to have his arm tested. And wisely holding up is Schaefer. Boy, it is a cannon of an arm for David Pengel. And there are 2 gone here in the Lake Monster 9th inning. Vermont hitting .400 tonight with runners in scoring position. 4 for 10 after the loud fly out to center field. Here's the first baseman, Jack Fitzgerald.
Well, let me tell you what. They weren't going to test Pengel's arm a second time tonight. Of course, he had that huge double play from center field. Gunned his man out at third base, but Jack Fitzgerald is a guy that you definitely want to get out. As we've mentioned, he leads the Futures League in home runs and RBIs, and he's just been a monster for the Lake Monsters.
Working ahead is Doyle, no balls and 1 strike. Kicks and deals, 0-1. Fouled back off the end of the bat. Doyle looking to strand a base runner in scoring position. That's Schaefer. He's singled down the line in right field. The fly out to center field. The arm of Pengel holding him at second. It's an open stance for Fitzgerald. Doyle in a pitcher count way ahead of Fitzgerald. The 0-2 home. Sawed away, foul. This is a completely different looking Tiernan Doyle since the version we saw last summer in 2025. Put in a lot of time with his pitching coach out in Rhode Island. Him and Elijah Wells work with the same pitching coach. He's got himself up to 90 on the radar gun. He's been all over the zone tonight as 0-2 is taken up top. That's where Maltasia wanted it in a chase zone. And keeping the bat on the shoulder is Fitzgerald, a ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, and Fitzgerald been a very patient hitter. And even though it's a 1-2 count, this is still a very dangerous position for Doyle to be in against a hitter of the caliber of Fitzgerald.
The 1-2, it is backed up inside. Breaking pitch stayed up top, 2-2. Unicorns down by 5, 7-2 the Vermont lead. 7 runs on 8 hits tonight for Vermont, 2 runs on 7 hits for Norwich. Set up outside is Maltasia, the 2-2. Lifted in the air. David Pengel's been a busy man moving back towards the warning track. He is able to make the grab. An adventurous catch out there in deep right center field. David Pengel makes the grab. We go to the bottom of the 9th. It's a 5-run Vermont lead as we head there. This is Sea Unicorn Baseball live on YouTube, SNSN Sports, and the Futures League Network.
Unicorn fans, ready to rep your Norwich Sea Unicorns? Dive into the point-of-sale team store. From hats and jerseys to gear that covers every base, show your Sea Unicorn spirit and style. From ballpark essentials to unique souvenirs, there's something for every fan in the pod.
Stop by during any home game or shop anytime at seaunicorns.milbstore.com. That's seaunicorns.milbstore.com. The point-of-sale team store has you covered all season long. Norwich hoping for a comeback effort here tonight. Trail by 5. We're in the bottom of the 9th inning. Adam Plager, Mike Neville with you in the broadcast booth. New arm in the ball game is the right-hander Sam LeBrecq. We'll get the baseball rising junior, 6 feet 3 inches, 185 pounds, out of Yardley, Pennsylvania. Attends Oberlin College, Division III college baseball school. Here is LeBrecq, right-hander, trying to lock down the 12th one of the summer for Vermont. A save as well for LeBrecq, has worked 6 innings, all out of the Lake Monster bullpen, makes his 7th appearance of the summer, has 10 strikeouts already. He was last out there on the mound. That was back on June 14th at New Britain. Worked an inning, recorded 2 strikeouts in that appearance, a part of a 10-8 victory.
What is going on?
Conversation with Brian Richmond. See the size difference there between Richmond and LeBrecq. 5 feet 5 inches and LeBrecq 6 feet 3 inches. Here's Jackson Powers. It's 8-9-1 due up for Norwich against the right-hander LeBrecq.
Both teams chirping at each other. Of course, lots of competitiveness between these two teams.
The pitch to Powers, sliced back foul to the screen for strike 1.
And you know, Adam, every season it's a different team, right? Different players and such, but there's a deep history with the Sea Unicorns and the Lake Monsters, of course, both teams in the New York Penn League. Who could forget that the Futures League Championship, when it started to run through Norwich, happened here in 2023, Lake Monsters versus Sea Unicorns. Sea Unicorns with a win. And then, of course, in 2024, your first year here, the Sea Unicorns eliminated the Lake Monsters in the semifinals of the Futures League Championship. So there's definitely a history where Norwich has come up on top. Just it doesn't seem like it's going that way tonight. And
ball, check that, strike 2. Boy, a wide strike call from Henry DiGirolamo. As the count even, it's Powers in the back of the lefty box against the Oberlin College product. That's fouled back off the luxury suite deck at Oberlin in the springtime as a sophomore. LeBrecq pitched to a 8.64 ERA. Career 10.62 ERA at the collegiate level. 1-2 his record this spring. Made 4 appearances, 3 of those for starts. Powers shoots away, strike 2, foul once again. Just 8 1/3 innings, just limited usage for LeBrecq for Oberlin. The 9 strikeouts to the 8 walks. Opponents hit .368 against him. 2-2. That is on the ground, chopped over to second. Handled by Huber, throws to first. Corralled over there by Fitzgerald, and there is one down in the Norwich 9th inning.
so what I like that Powers did right there is that he adjusted to the strike zone, right? We saw the wide strike zone, especially on the left side of the plate. He seemed like he was being a defensive hitter during most of that at-bat, just because you never know what's going to happen with a strike zone that wide. So I liked what I saw from him, but it still went out.
Frisbee slider down and away for ball one. Here's Pengel, the batter at the plate. Quickly evened up 1-1. Pengel's had a terrific night, certainly in the conversation for tonight's Norwich Sea Unicorn player of the game. Prime 82 performer of the night. Him and Carter Grand will be a part of that conversation. Have our answer for you in the post-game show on the other side of this. Pengel cuts and misses first strike two. Pengel a couple of hits, but his play defensively has really been impressive today. Norwich has now made it 2 games without an error. He goes reaching out after strike 3, and it's Strom who applies the tag. 2 up and 2 down for Lebrecht to begin the 9th inning. Final hope tonight is the leadoff man, Kenny Noe.
Yeah, and it seems like Norwich has accepted their fate. It just seems like they're swinging at everything up there. And as you said, Adam, it's do or die for Kenny Noe, but things are not looking good down by this many runs.
Noe sends this out to the left center field alley. It's going to get down. It's a base hit. Cut off neatly out there by Jake Lopez. And Noe keeps the Norwich 9th inning and hopes alive here tonight. Here's Caden Williamson.
So Noe, like you said, not willing to go down without a fight. Slaps one the opposite field way. We've seen him struggle today hitting on the opposite side, of course, with that pop out to shortstop. But a nice line drive to the left center field gap, and he's on at first.
Frisbee slider drops in there on the outside corner, strike one. Williamson has reached on a walk, has been hit by the pitch today, is also fly to right and grounded out to short. Norwich down to their final out, the 0-1. Another breaking ball, similar look.
Frisbee slider.
Frisbee.
Yeah. We might as well start a Frisbee team around here, eh? What do we call it? Rose City Thorns. How about that?
Ooh, I like it.
Yeah.
It's even. It's 1-1 on Williamson. The pitch inside, it nearly got him. He's been hit by the pitch already today. And Williamson brushed back with ball two. Now waiting on deck would be Dylan Semini, newcomer out of Salve Regina. Norwich hoping to keep the ball game alive. Another Frisbee slider just drops in there. It has been a pitch that has been working tonight. Just snapping it is the right-hander Lebrecht, trying to wrap things up on a Tuesday night. Aboard is Noe. Reached on a 2-out single. The 2-2 waved at and missed. Struck him out. 2 strikeouts here in the 9th inning for Sam Lebrecht. Wraps it up here on a Tuesday night. It's a 7-2 Vermont victory, their 12th of the summer, and they take the middle game of this 3-game set. Oh, just a different feel tonight, Mike, than what we saw last night. Going to force a rubber match here tomorrow night when these two teams get back together.
And despite that being said, I still liked what I saw from these guys. Look, there were no errors at all during this game, so the defense has definitely improved the last couple of games. Pitching I still don't think is that bad, but these bats need to come alive. Yes, they got 8 hits, but so did the Lake Monsters. And look, Lake Monsters have 7, and then the Sea Unicorns only had 2. So the bats really need to start to come alive now. This has been a problem that we've seen all summer long. But fear not, the Norwegians are back tomorrow. Norway just won 4-1, so I think they're going to bring the good vibes. I know that we got our midweek ballpark bundle tomorrow, so there's going to be a lot of people in the stands here at Dodd Stadium, and hopefully the Sea Unicorns will take the rubber match.
We'll break it all down on the Sea Unicorns post-game wrap-up when we come back. Lake Monsters win it 7-2. On a Tuesday night. Stick with us. The post-game coverage continues. It's up after this.
Dinosaur Place is roaring fun for all ages. Have you ever driven by the Big Dino on Route 85 in Montville, Connecticut? Stop in and check out what's behind the fences. Jurassic adventures await you. The Dinosaur Place is the largest dinosaur-themed family fun park in New England. A lot of value for one-of-a-kind attractions. Over 100 life-size dinosaurs, nature trails, and playscapes. Visit our popular T-Rex Tower and zero-depth dino-themed splash pad. Plan your next adventure. Go to thedinosaurplace.com.
Looking for the perfect shed? Come to SCR Structures and Sheds in North Franklin. Whether you're buying or renting to own, we've got you covered with 90 days, same as cash, and guaranteed price matching on any competitor's advertised shed of the same quality. That's scr-structures.com. That's SCR Structures and Sheds, built right, priced right, right here in North Franklin. scr-structures.com.
Better it burns. Much better. So much better it burns. The right insurance at the right price. You buy better it burns. You buy better it burns. You buy better.
We've been telling you for years you buy better at Burns, but you need to know just how much better the Burns agency's gotten. Last year, we joined forces with Hub International to bring our current and future customers an even stronger product offering, exceptional service practices, and the most competitive insurance options available. Our integration with Hub makes the team at the Burns agency that you know and trust stronger, more accessible, and positioned to better serve you in this ever-changing insurance landscape. Call, email, or visit us today in all the same easy ways. The Burns Agency, now a division of Hub International, proudly serving Eastern Connecticut since 1932.
You buy better. So much better it burns. The right insurance at the right price. You buy better it burns. You buy better it burns. You buy better.
Rental property around here, you know how fast tenant calls, repairs, and rent collection can pile up. That's where Capital Property Group comes in. They handle everything: tenant screening, rent collection, maintenance, repairs, and day-to-day property and association management. Whether it's a long-term rental or a short-term property, they make ownership simple and stress-free. You own the property. They handle the headaches. Learn more at mycapitalteam.com. Capital Property Group, simplifying property ownership.
We're really looking forward to the possibility of working together. Absolutely. We believe this could be a great partnership.
Huge shout out to Bacchus Hospital for partnering with Griswold Middle School to give 8th grade students an unforgettable hands-on experience through Dare to Care. Students explored the critical care unit, emergency department, Lifestar helicopter, and American ambulance while taking part in interactive safety activities like impairment goggles and stop the bleed training. These real-world lessons are helping empower our youth to make safe, healthy decisions and learn valuable life-saving skills. From all of us at Griswold Pride, thank you to the doctors, nurses, first responders, and staff who made this incredible day possible. Together, we're building a safer and stronger community.
Jewett City Savings Bank gives you 2 ways to pay for purchases, while also keeping your accounts and your money secure. Use our contactless debit card or add the card to the mobile wallet on your phone. Both give you a fast, safe, and easy way to check out. To learn more, stop by one of our offices in Eastern Connecticut or visit jcsbank.com. Jewett City Savings Bank, member FDIC.
and the Futures League Network. Unicorn fans, ready to rep your Norwich Sea Unicorns? Dive into the point-of-sale team store. From hats and jerseys to gear that covers every base, show your Sea Unicorn spirit and style. From ballpark essentials to unique souvenirs, there's something for every fan in the pod. Stop by during any home game or shop anytime at seaunicorns.milbstore.com. That's seaunicorns.milbstore.com. The point-of-sale team store has you covered all season long. Wrap things up on the Sea Unicorns post-game wrap-up, and, well, it's time to award tonight's Sea Unicorns player of the game. Well, a couple of options. Carter Grant had a great game today at the plate as well. David Pengel had a couple of hits. He was great defensively. Mike, where do we go?
Oh, it's on me?
Well, I think we know our answer, but I was going to save it as a surprise.
We do know. So I'm going to go with David Pengel today. I mean, Carter Grant, all the credit to him. He did phenomenal today. But on defense, you know, Pengel just was phenomenal. That huge double play that we saw, that fly ball out in center field, and then a rocket, one hop to third base to put the tag down on the Lake Monster runner at the time. And
this is lifted in the air, moving over into left center field as David Pengel is throw over to third on a hop. The tag, it is in time. David Pengel guns down the base. That you're seeing is good for tonight's DB line. We're feeling electric. Play of the game. I mean, what a dart. And we spoke about the team defense. That's now 2 consecutive games. Norwich has not committed an error. Totally different feel when you're making the plays defensively. Yes, the start did not go the way of Charlie Bushley, but let's talk about this bullpen for Norwich. 7 innings, allowed just the 2 runs. They both come in the 3rd inning. 8 strikeouts, issue the 3 walks. I think the bullpen has been lights out for this group, and it kept them in the fight.
And this is a stark difference from what we saw once again from the start of the season. The bullpen has been throwing strikes. They look comfortable up there. They're working great with their battery mates. I mean, Maltasia, I could see the body reactions with himself and Schrag, for example, and even Doyle too. Doyle making his return to Dodd Stadium, of course.
I thought he was great today too. 3 strikeouts, didn't walk anybody. So much life on his fastball, some giddy up, some ride to it as well. But boy, he looks like a different pitcher right now. And on this topic of the bullpen, well, you're going to need your bullpen to cover some length, especially the way the last couple of starts, not yesterday's start. It was a great outing yesterday for Norwich from Matt Tabbitt to give them 4 innings, but when your starters have gone less than 5 innings the way they've had the last couple of games, Matt Champagne only made it 3 innings. The bullpen had to give him 6 innings of support. I think the middle relief, stark difference from the start of the season to now, and they're going to need to continue to keep that going.
Absolutely is. And once the bats start coming alive, this team's going to be very different, you know. I think that it's the fact that Norwich only plays at Dodd twice in the next 2.5 weeks. You know, some people might say that that's going to hurt, but honestly, I think it's the best thing that could happen for this team right now. You know, June, we're halfway through June already. We're already almost halfway through the season. So I think that being away from home is going to help these guys hone their craft, really honestly kind of go to a dark place. And once they go to that dark place and once they find themselves, they're going to crawl out of that hole. It's going to be like Batman crawling out of Bane's hole.
Hey, we're hoping that is tomorrow night. Wrap up this 3-game set with the Vermont Lake Monsters. It's Joe Pitts, 6 feet, 6 inches, 230 pounds. The Yukon Husky is on the hill tomorrow night for the Norwich Sea Unicorns. What do you look for him? I know you spoke maybe using him as an opener. You want him to give you length. what does he provide to the table, seeing the big man out of Green Acres, Washington, take the rubber tomorrow night?
You know, he's got a 4-pitch mix. He'll go with his slider, fastball, splitter, and curveball, of course. That fastball is dangerous, though. He throws up to the low to mid-90s. We've seen him here at Dodd Stadium twice so far, and he seems like he's pitching very comfortably here in the Rose of New England. It's going to be a different story, obviously, coming from the starter standpoint. Like, here's the thing. If he's doing good and he's cruising through 3 to 4 innings, does Gitch leave him in the game, or does he pull him because he's not used to going that deep? I think time is going to tell how he does, but given how he has done here from the bullpen, I think he's going to transition very well to a starting role.
It's going to be an exciting night tomorrow, midweek ballpark bundle as well. Wrap things up here on our post-game wrap-up here today. David Pengel is today's Capital Property Group Player of the Night. He was great defensively, had a couple of hits as well. Final totals tonight, the winning pitcher, Seamus Kelly, goes 5 innings in his start for the Vermont Lake Monsters. Charlie Bushley suffers his second loss of the summer. This ball game wrapping up in 2 hours and 43 minutes. Tomorrow night, 6 o'clock, the pregame coverage gets underway. 6:30, the first pitch. It's the rubber match of the 3-game series. It's the Sea Unicorns and the Vermont Lake Monsters. Joe Pitts expected to take the mound tomorrow night for Zach Gitcher's side, while Matt Fincher will counter with Chase Burrows will get the mound for the Vermont Lake Monsters. Norwich hunting their 3rd win of the summer at home, their 8th win of the year. The Lake Monsters improved to 12-6 on the summer. Norwich falls to 7-10 through their first 17 contests. Tomorrow night is the final game of this 4-game homestand before the Sea Unicorns depart onto the road for their next 3 ball games. For all of our broadcast crew here tonight, our broadcast producer and engineer Nick DeRue, on the cameras tonight, Evan Olenson and Mark Benway. Our team reporter Logan Rundy, my broadcast partner Mike Neville. I'm Adam Plager saying so long and good night tonight from Dodd Stadium.
Property around here, you know how fast tenant calls, repairs, and rent collection can pile up. That's where Capital Property Group comes in. They handle everything: tenant screening, rent collection, maintenance, repairs, and day-to-day property and association management. Whether it's a long-term rental or a short-term property, they make ownership simple and stress-free. You own the property.